Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Shop Conversations. This evening will be pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot of industry news within the comic book industry itself, but there were plenty of books that were released this week that could probably last us about two full live streams. So we're just going to be talking about those. But before we get into that, welcome back, Drew. Hey, he's back, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Josh so lovingly took your place last week. And by the end of our 3-hour extravaganza, he was about ready to suck start a shotgun. So he was not happy. And I kept telling him, I'm saying, Joshy Poo, this is what we do every week. And he's like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, I popped in briefly.
Week, so,
I popped in briefly to see what was going on. I'm like, oh, he's having a rough night. Oh, I think I'm gonna go enjoy my evening.
yeah. There was like right around. I think it was Amazing Spider-Man that really did him in. It was like the page after page after page of like the 8-panel grid, the Tom King 8-panel grid, but like awful dialogue and like just plug and play 3D asset, just copy paste. I think that was what broke him, because like before that we had done Gotham City Sirens, and I think he saw the Amazing Spider-Man, and I just saw his hands go like this, and I was like, oh, he's out, he's done, he can't do it.
ASM will do that to you.
I know, especially now. Zeb Wells. Ugh. Yeah, we're talking about you, gay boy. So long, gay boy. Yeah, so that was fun to have him on, but it is great to have Drew back. And Drew, why don't you tell us where you were and all the fun exploits that you were having while you were away?
Yeah, so I was up in northern Chicago, up in Rosemont, Illinois, just by the airport, by the O'Hare Airport. It used to be the old home to the Chicago Comic-Con, and now it's a Fan Expo Chicago. It was a busy weekend. Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill were there at the convention, so
that's right.
It was insane. There was a guy who came by our booth on Saturday. He said he dropped over $1,000 to have both of them sign his lightsaber. And
that's pathetic, man.
I could not believe that. And he said it was more than 1,000. I'm like, just for a signature, just for signatures, not including photos.
Mark Hamill was doing $700 signatures, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I saw on his sign, because someone had posted it. And they were like, no actor ever is worth a $700 signature. Ever.
No.
I mean, and we're talking about like Harrison Ford, who's been like Indiana Jones and Han Solo. $700? No way. Absolutely.
No, it's like, I remember at one time, I think Sylvester Stallone was charging like $200, $300 per signature. That's fine. I can understand $200, $300 for a Stallone signature.
Yeah.
Come on, come on a Stepperman Mom Will Shoot DVD set. Absolutely. Come on. Jeez. Yeah, you want that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the show was a lot of fun. We hit a hiccup Friday afternoon as we were setting up. Friday afternoon, I'm setting up the booth, getting ready to go, and we get a call. Marissa Pope canceled at the last minute to come to the convention.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, apparently she had an emergency, but regardless, we took a crappy situation and we made a positive out of it. We had a good show, all things considered. So yeah, it went much better than we thought it would. Yeah, we moved a lot of product, sold out of some books. So yeah, went very well. And
cool, man.
Got to talk to our boy H.H. Germain. He's doing well.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about a potential project, but I won't say any more about that.
Okay.
Yeah. yeah, it was a fun time. Had some ramen with TriStar and Steve Messenger and Murphy. We all had a great time. Just went out for ramen, and then we had some drinks afterwards. Great time on Saturday, and yeah, it was a fun show.
Hell yeah, dude. That's super great to hear. I'm glad that you guys were able to do that. And you had all the books on or in on time, and they were all there.
Yes, yes, there
And
were.
there was no hiccups there, which is nice. But I mean, I feel like at any convention, there's always going to be like something always, there's always like some sort of hiccup, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost inevitable with any project or plan or whatever travel, there's always going to be something, but I'm thankful that the books were there this time though. So
Yeah, there's one. I think I forget what the exact quote is, but I think it's chance favors the prepared, and it really does in situations like this. And
yeah.
just as long as you're prepared for hiccups like this, you have contingency plans, you know what you got to do, then you should be fine. Like this, we knew we had to hustle, so and we did.
Cool. That's why Batman wins so many times in fights, because he's always got a contingency for something.
Yes, he does. That's what he does.
Now, well, that is good to hear about Chicago Fan Expo, but more importantly, I think the people want to hear just how great or terrible the new 2024 Crow film is. Now, is it titled The Crow? Is it just Crow? Is it Crow, Too Furious?
Crow
I
shit.
forget what the
eating crow.
Eating crow. Yeah, no, I think we did our initial reactions to the trailer months ago.
Yep.
And we immediately were like, no, this doesn't look good. So Drew, what is your consensus? Kyle and I did not see it, so we're kind of relying on you here.
Yeah, so I went to go see it last night in the theater, in a theater that seats over, I think, probably 120 people. A total of six, count them, 6 people, including me, were in that theater. Yeah. Yeah, packed house. And there were literally no verbal reactions out of anyone. Everyone just seemed really just not with it, not into it. I was on my phone, literally, I think 20 minutes into this film, and now don't get me wrong, Bill Skateboard, he is a great actor. I enjoyed him in
Bill Skateboard
at the Skateboard Family. He's a great actor. I liked him as Pennywise. But this was the script in this movie was dog shit. The script is absolute garbage, and what they did to Eric Draven and Shelley is shit. What they've done to the characters in this, just they're not good characters. And one thing to remember is that in the original comic books by James O'Barr, as well as the first film, what happened to Shelley and Eric was so horrible, so tragic and horrible that you can understand why he came back. And what happens to Shelley in this and Eric, it's like it was a mob hit. That's it. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Just because I was rewatching the original not too long ago, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fucking terrible. What happened to Shelley? And it comes nowhere close to this. This one comes nowhere close to that. But the city is generic John Wick City. The villains are just stock Hollywood villain henchmen. There's no creativity. There's no originality. There's no uniqueness to any of it. I mean, there's one good scene in this film. One good scene is toward the end. It's a fight scene, and other than that, just the ending didn't make sense at all either. And what happens? It's like, wait, what? Huh? No, it does not work. The whole movie is stupid. There's so many problems with this film. A lot of problems, and just I don't even know where to begin with the problems other than the bad script.
Well, let me see if I can pull this up for us. So our good friend Vex Electronica, we've had her on the channel before. She also kind of reviewed this film on the old Twit Twat. And let's see if I can pull this bad boy up. Here we go. So she said, and Drew, you'll have to kind of
Mhm.
let us know if
Mhm.
this is accurate. If because from
Mhm.
what I'm hearing you say and from what I'm hearing her
Uh-huh.
say, there seems to be a commonality here, so sort of a common thread. But
Uh-huh.
she says it's almost on par with Borderlands for being one of the worst adaptations of 2024, maybe of the decade.
I can go with
The
that.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, no, this
She
is
says the
fucking terrible.
protagonist. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's like I would never watch this again. Never watch this again. I could not.
Wow. Even like it's not like a laughing Madam
No,
Web
no,
bad.
no, no,
It's
no.
like
It's
this
like
is just atrocious.
no, yeah. So I was rewatching Crow, Wicked Prayer, the Kirsten Dunst Crow adaptation, and that is laughably bad. That is an enjoyably bad movie. This is a horribly bad film. This says there's
Yeesh.
nothing enjoyable about this film at all. There's no rewatchability with this film.
Damn. She also goes on to say the protagonists have been made into hardcore degenerates and lack all of the depth and soul that made The Crow beloved
Ding,
film
ding,
and
ding.
comic.
That
So,
is one of the major problems with this. They
yep.
turned Eric Draven and Shelley into junkies. They're
Yeah.
junkies. There's no other way to put it. They are, and they're in this weird fucking prison rehab facility where they're wearing pink suits, and I'm trying. I don't understand the concept of how this facility prison thing works. They're walking around freely at the facility, but there's random guards. But they're where but you have males and females commingling together in this facility. It doesn't make sense at all,
It's
in any
so
way, shape, or
weird.
form. Yes, and on top of that, so they managed to escape the prison because Eric knows how to get out of the prison, but they hadn't before then. I don't know why. And they get out. So oh, I got it. Sorry, I got to talk. So Shelley, she gets busted on purpose so she doesn't get killed by these people coming for her. And the cops find drugs on her, and she just winds up in this rehab facility where Eric is at. They get out, they bust out of the prison, this rehab facility, whatever the hell it is, and they go back to the city where she was living. They go back to her apartment where she was staying.
Oh,
it's like, what? And on top of that, bear in mind, they were in a rehab facility for the drug use and everything. They go back to this apartment complex thing. She opens like a secret wall door thing that has like little boxes and everything in it. And what does she pull out? Drugs. They start popping pills. They start drinking alcohol.
No.
It's like there's nothing redeeming about these characters at all. They are junky pieces of shit. And I can't. That's where they lost me. There was no rehabilitation. Now, if they had gone down the path where they had went through the facility, they rehabbed together, they get out, they move on, they have a perfect life together, then they get murdered. Okay, I can go with that. But the fact that they went in as junkies, did not rehab, get out, resume doing drugs and everything, keep going down that path. There is nothing redeeming about them at all.
Oh, that's so sad. It's just it's like sad, but then at the same time, you have to point and laugh and just be like, these people can't make anything. They can't make
No.
anything good, like nothing. Even when it's like handed to them on a silver platter, like, hey, here's the blueprint for the old Crow film. Just do that. And they
Yes.
still are just like, nah, we're gonna do something different.
Yeah, just do a straight up adaptation of what happened in the book. They were pulled off to the side of the road, and it's a hit from the gang. But no, that makes too much sense. That's too easy.
They should have done. Do you guys remember Sin City that did black and white, and it like looked like comic book panels, like how they filmed it and everything?
Yeah.
They should have done that with this Crow, and maybe it would have like from the James O'Barr comic, and maybe because that one's way more somber and it like takes its time and it's really dark and deep, and there's not as much 90s action hits. It's more of just this like dreadful kind of I don't know. It's very very intense, right? But it takes its time. But yeah, that would have been something kind of interesting and new that they could have done instead of like, here's Crow, but just with degenerates.
Not
Like,
just
okay.
that, but it's over an hour before like he really
Yeah.
becomes like the Crow or whatever, decides to take on the
Oh,
persona
no
of it. It's like,
way.
it's like over an hour. Whereas you watch the
Oh
1991
no.
film, it's 7 minutes and he's brought back from the
It's
dead.
immediately, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. And they're trying to build up this case where like you feel so bad for these two. What happened to them? It's like, no, not really. I don't. I'm sorry. It's like my sympathy only goes so far for junkies. And
Yeah.
it just, and what they allude to what Eric did to his, so there's Jesus, there's a lot wrong with this film. I'm sorry. And I'm going on a rant, but they're alluded to something that maybe Eric murdered his mom in a trailer, that Eric burnt down. He killed his mom inside of a trailer. And because it opens with him and a horse, with the horse is from the comic, that's fine. But there's a trailer where his mom is staying in or whatever they're living, and you're led to believe that maybe he murdered his mom that was in the trailer and burn her alive or something. It's
That's
like
weird.
Yes, very weird. And on top of that, okay, you can presume with Vex. I'm going on a rant. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I'll just finish up here with Vex what she has to say. Because I think you guys are spot on. You guys both said, and I didn't show this to you previously, so it's not like you guys
No.
collaborated or anything. This is just you guys both having seen it separately, and now I'm seeing if you guys are have similar takes, which from what it sounds like is y'all do. But she also goes on to say Eric Draven's an inconsistent wuss for most of the film and takes a back seat to Shelley's new backstory for the first 40 minutes. Oh my god,
it's bad. It is bad.
The lore reinvention is sloppy, silly, and explained only through exposition dumps in between genuinely horrendous editing, pacing, and performances of which I didn't think Bill Skateboard was capable of. Wow. As both an adaptation and a standalone film, I do not recommend this at all. 1 out of 10. Oh,
that's fair. Yeah. And not just that, we got to talk about the villain in this real quick. So Danny Houston, great actor from X-Men Origins fame, Danny Houston. And he plays a wealthy individual. I'm not afraid of spoiling this film because this film is shit. I don't want to see this.
Fine. Yeah, it's spoilers galore.
Yeah. So Danny Houston is a wealthy man, man of taste. And you've come to find out through dialogue that he gives that's espoused that he is hundreds of years old. It's like, okay, how is he hundreds of years old? It turns out he has made a deal with the devil, and he speaks a phrase into people's ears or whatever, and it's like he takes their youth or soul and he stays youngish, and they end up killing themselves. But part of the twist with Shelley is that so this all centers around there's this video on a phone. There's this video that goes around that Shelley gets, and it will expose the truth about Danny Houston's character, about what he did or Shelley did. And what he did is that he whispered something into Shelley's ear, and Shelley murdered someone. And it's a mess. It is all a mess, and I cannot recommend anyone see this. They took a beautiful, simple, tragic, revenge tale, revenge love tale to something perverted here. It just that doesn't make sense. Something that's laughably stupid.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your honest review and your spoiler take. We appreciate it here. I was excited because I was like, oh, wait, hey, one of us has actually seen it, which allows us to talk about it, but also I don't now have to go see it. So thank you for taking that bullet, and we appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks. That's how you feel after reading ASM from last week. These guys, I read Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh God. Well, let us get to something a little bit more positive than terrible remakes of classic old films. Comics Exposed for $2. Thanks, brother. He says, What $5 Ripaverse stuff did you stock up on, Max? Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, Comics Exposed. I appreciate that. You know, I had to get me that Yaira poster, and I got me some. What else was on there? I think Alpha Core, Core, Core. I think there was an Alpha Core. What else? Do you guys remember anything that was on the $5 summer blowout?
Nope.
I saw him, I assume.
I saw him get another copy of I saw him, baby. Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Woohoo. Big summer blowout. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You guys should have. Yeah, you guys could have, $5. You guys could have gotten anything on there. What
Is
if it's
Goodyeing
like
on there
$5?
yet? Or no? Is Goodyeing not on there yet?
No, I think Goodyeing is still in process.
Just wait a few months and it'll be $5. Got it. Okay. Never spend full price on any of your things. Got it.
Correct.
Cool.
Well, it's funny because I wonder if like you buy the $5 thing and then shipping is like $12. So it's like, well, what the hell am I doing here?
What?
If I'm just buying the what? But yeah, bummer. I don't know. Comics Exposed. What did you get for the $5 Rippaverse Big Summer Blowout?
All of it.
Yeah, all of it. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's all $5. I mean, that's better than some back issue bins. You never know.
That's a deal.
Can't miss. So Comics Exposed for the $2. Thank you so much. And great question, by the way. Seriously, thank you. That is very thought-provoking because I think today is the last day. Does that sound right?
I think so. I got an email about some bullshit.
You get emails too? Does it say, hey, Kiel, hey, Kyle,
Yeah.
hey, Kevin?
Mhm.
It does? Okay, cool.
Buy my shit. Buy my shit.
Because I thought, yeah, I thought it was a little personalized. I thought, oh, it's to me, but no. But yeah, so Comics Exposed, thank you for the $2. This is for you, sir.
Adapt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, chilled. You took that like a champ. It was meant to be a death blow.
Sweet dreams chilled.
Sweet dreams, chilled. Chilled. I actually met someone the other day whose name was Yara, not Yaira.
Oh.
Yara, Yara, Yara.
Mm.
And I was like, "Is Yaira a name?" And she's like, "No, not from my country, no." And I was like, "Oh, so it's a made-up name that would definitely not be some weird alien or no, she's not alien because." What did they say? Her background is like Slavic or something? I don't even think they knew.
Like
I
yeah.
thought she was alien because she's not from here. Isn't she
Oh, yeah, that's
thousands
right.
of
Wait,
years
Dookie
old or
Man,
something? I don't know.
Dookie Man said that she's not from here,
Of Earth
but her
or something.
origins are of Icelandic and Slavic
Icelandic
nations.
descent? I don't know.
But those are two different things. So it's like,
But she's the first except, right? In that universe? Wouldn't that make her the
she's
first?
the first.
She's that old. No one else is that old.
Oh.
Wouldn't she? Isn't that how everything started with her?
Wait, is Rippaverse pulling an MCU where Captain America was the first Avenger, but then they
Mhm.
came out with Captain Marvel, and it was like, well, technically, she is first because her movie takes place before Steve Rogers.
Right.
I don't
Don't know.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Comics Exposed. Appreciate the $2. And before we get into the our show and tell on the books of this week, hello to MG. Good to see you, brother. He says wait, for Wolverine. Oh, he says Mac's gonna go all hipster on us again and say Wolverine was bad. You'll get my take here in just a little bit. Well, we have to see if Greg Capullo truly did deliver on his promise of, this savage, brutal, like the Wolverine we've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Red
He's
Band,
known
baby.
for it. It's Capullo.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He is. He can't miss.
Mhm. Nope.
Keith Leon Burns says Wolverine has always been my personal favorite. Well, Keith Leon Burns, you and I share a common interest, my friend, because Wolverine is also my favorite Marvel character. Closely behind that is Silver Surfer. Let's see. Wolverine was my favorite comic character, except for Enemy of the State. That is kind of an odd graphic novel. Another JR, I believe, right?
Yep, JR, written by Mark Miller. Yeah, he did. It was Enemy of the State, then Agent of Shield right after that.
You know, that's surprising that it was Mark Miller, because now I read Enemy of the State when I was in college, so it's been a while, but I remember people like swearing by it. They were like out of the Wolverine stories, it's like Weapon X, Origins, Enemy of the State. And I read all of them and I was like, are you guys sure this is part of that, of like Wolverine's like, do we want to add that in there?
Part of the hype was Wizard Magazine. I remember Wizard Magazine really hyping that up. They were doing whatever they could to really push that. And yeah, like I read, I'm like, it's fine. It's not great.
Yeah. Which, like I said, I'm surprised. I like Mark Miller. Like Mark Miller, for me, I don't think I've not liked a project that he's done, except for that. So, speaking of a project I did not like, Jack Frost. I hate to break it to you. I'm going to spoil this one early. We are 4 issues in. We are 4 issues in, sir. I understand a slow burn, but my God, there was
still walking through the jungle
exposition
or what? Oh,
then
I didn't read it.
Not even. They're out of the jungle now.
Okay, good.
But, Drew, did you read this one?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Ooh, initial thoughts. Initial thoughts.
This is the slowest burn in, I think, Garth Ennis's career. This is ridiculous. It's wild. Like, could something happen? I mean, I'm tired of just reading page after page after page after page after page of people espousing dialogue. That's all that's happening anymore. And especially the 2 CIA twerps, talking to each other. I'm like, can someone just fucking die, please? And like the 2 guys, or 1 or 2 guys who do die in this book, I think maybe 1, maybe 2, that they're guards. We don't even see them die. We just see them get yanked into the car. That's it. It's like, this is a Max book? Really? There's nothing here. Nothing here to justify a Max.
I just and maybe that's why I'm not enjoying it as much, because I understand that this is a complex situation, but it's more of a heist. This is like a heist book. It doesn't feel like a Max
novel.
book.
Yeah, it does not work better. Yeah. I would say this would work better as a novel, not as a comic book. And I really feel like Garth Ennis should have released this as a novel.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yaira is a Hebrew name. Really? Oy vey, Jackson. Okay. I did not read what I said about Enemy of the State properly. Oh, maybe I misconstrued it. So, well, no, we saw that, but it was in the first. What was the first issue? Right?
Yeah,
first or second issue.
Yeah.
So
since then, since then, it's just been the cure for insomnia.
No. Yeah, I thought it was going to ramp up, and it's ramped down. So I don't know. All right. Well, let's get into show and tell, and then we'll talk about these books a little bit more in depth. Drew, I think you said you had something real quick, just a little.
Yeah,
did you get some from the con? Okay.
Yeah, well, something I bought over a year ago from a certain artist named Maria Wolf, and so this is actually a Chicago Fan Expo last year. I had pre-bought this commission from her, and unfortunately, she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'll have it done by the show if you'll be there." I'm like, "Yes, I will. I'll be there as an artist alley." So but before I get there, I get a message from her saying, like, "Hey, did you mean this certain character under the same?" I'm like, no, not that character. This character. She's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Yes. So
that was a close one. That was a real close one. Yeah.
Oh my! I would have been pissed. So I get to her booth noon on Saturday, and she presents to me my commission, which was Faust, Love of the Damned v Batman, right here. Love it.
Ooh, very nice.
Well
Very nice.
worth the wait. She killed it. I sent it to David Quinn, writer of Faust, co-creator, and I think I made him a little jealous by this. It's actually pretty funny. But yeah, I love it. I gotta find a nice frame for it.
That's pretty cool, man. And I think your webcam is like at 140p right now, so it's not super clear, but I
Damn
think
it.
I can try and find that you sent me, and maybe I can bring that up because I want to do it justice because it's so dang like it. I really do like it a lot, and it just goes to show that if it were like the other Faust, it wouldn't have been as cool.
No, it's like like I said, like Felix Faust, great character, but it
yeah,
would not have made sense for $200+.
Max, are you dead now?
Hello,
Uh-oh.
Max.
Sorry,
Max.
Max.
Am I dead?
Max.
Did I die?
Max.
Oh gosh.
Max. You're a little laggy, but I mean you've been pretty pixelated as well.
Dang. Let me hop out and hop back
God damn it. Oh, motherfucker.
Hi. So yeah, let me try showing that again. See if I look any clearer. But yeah, it's Batman v Faust by the great Maria Wolf Lopez. Bought that over a year ago at Chicago Fan Expo, and she killed it, and I could not be happier. It's exactly what I wanted, and she nailed it.
Yeah.
Am I alive?
You're laggy.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll
Am
be
I
right back.
am I the only one that's not? Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell? Max? Okay. Great.
Am I coming in better? Yeah? No?
No, you're still pixelated.
Damn it.
God bless America. Well, I'll show mine off real quick because they're nothing important. I got the so Matt Martin has put up some of his Snowman A Cold Day in Hell stuff on his eBay page, and so I got the 24-hour variant signed by him off of his eBay page, which is awesome.
Very nice.
Picked up that real quick, and then a Kickstarter campaign was backed, and this showed up. It got leaked online before I got the book, but
Nexus?
Not Nexus, but Dracula Book 1 by Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones.
Oh,
The hardcover.
I didn't know that got leaked online.
Yeah. Just a few days before I got it, it was leaked, and so I'm excited to see what this looks like in person. I haven't opened it yet, but this just arrived. So, nice hardcover here. I got the Kelly Jones cover here, so
As one should.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I hope this is good. I love a good Dracula story, so
yeah, same.
We shall see how that is.
Ooh, Raphael Ponce says I haven't gotten his. He's like, what? WTF? I haven't gotten mine yet.
Oh, Raphael, sucks to suck, man. I got mine though.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that sucks for you. Oh, you got a copy of Ghost of the Badlands this week. I need to.
Not familiar with that one.
That's Razor Fists.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
need to get that. But if Jack Frost is still here, I did pre-order the deluxe edition of Ice Cream Man. I got that, so I did pre-order that. So that should be here whenever that gets released. I don't know when.
It's like, was it like the first 25 issues or so?
No, it's that issue 49, 48 and 49.
Ah, okay.
Or I forget what issues. I think that's what they were. MG, I did back the medieval Spawn
you backed
Kickstarter.
it.
I did. Yeah. I got the blue version, the autographed blue version of the Kickstarter medieval Spawn. I think it's just too fucking cool. I had to get it. So
yeah, it looks pretty sweet, especially when you compare it to the old one, the old first edition. What that looked like, and it's it's amazing the amount of detail they put into it.
Yeah, and he's adding a shit ton of stuff we're on number 6. The stuff he's added, like the magnetic pieces you can add on to the armor and stuff now that he's doing. I mean, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm excited to get that. It's pretty cool. So
it makes me wonder what comic did it say what comic it's going to come with?
No, I don't know what one came with the original figure.
I would automatically assume it'd be like Spawn number, I think it's Spawn number 9. I think that's what it was, the first Angela, because that's when Medieval Spawn first appears.
Yeah, so I'm curious, which version of so whatever came with the original figure is what would come with this one.
Hello?
What?
Is it working at all?
You're pixelated, but you're not like lagging.
All right. I'll hopefully I'll do what I can, and hopefully I'm wondering if it's like maybe my camera or something. I have no idea, but
so when I was starting, it took me a minute to get into the back, in here, so that's why I was running a little late, because my camera was not registering on StreamYard. So I had to keep unplugging it, plugging it back in, getting out, coming back into StreamYard. It was a pain in the ass. So
maybe it's a StreamYard thing. I don't know.
Might be. But
leave
it to
this
me.
Like
Save
never
everything.
You are a moderator for the StreamYard thing, so. But man, dude, this like never happens to us, so it's so frustrating when it does. Oh well. Worst case, I can try and pull some up on my laptop, but oh well. Did you show off some show and tell already?
Yes, I'm good.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I know I'm still
for shit.
I know I'm still pixelated, still pixely, but let's see. Can you guys? I mean,
oh god, oh,
it's bad. Oh, I know, it's disgusting. I'm sorry.
What are these comic books you're showing? I can't even see them. What is that?
I know, it's like 180p, 140p. These are John.
That is my right there.
Run.
That is my favorite all-time issue of the Fantastic Four. You got right there.
Of all time, you said.
Yep, that's my all-time favorite issue. Yes.
Very nice. So I do have a couple of issues of his run, but I realized I only had like 4 or 5, and I was like, man, this thing is like multiple, like almost like 100 issues or something. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go and see what ones I'm missing, or which ones I don't have. So I just went to the comic shop and got a ton that I didn't have already and kind of added them in. So
your camera is getting better, Max. It is steadily getting better.
Well, that's good to know. Hopefully that's
John Byrne art for it to come back. There you go.
Yeah,
apparently
I could tell right away that okay, these bags need to get changed. Those bags look very worn in.
Yeah, I've not put them in Mylar yet, but I love this cover too.
Yeah,
love it.
Wow, wow.
Wow.
Wow. The guy at the comic shop, because it had like a Doom cover on it, he was like, uh-oh, I should charge you double this price. And I was like, don't you fucking dare.
Yeah.
Don't be a
You're like
fucking-
you're like Ralphie, Max. I'm investing.
I'm investing. Dr. Doom. I love this cover,
Love it.
dude.
Yes.
Mhm.
Gladiator with the thing. Oh,
Oh yeah.
so cool. And then Gladiator and X Factor again. So yeah, pretty cool. So just some stuff that like I didn't break the bank on these, right? Like these aren't anything that's gonna, I'm investing in the new Fantastic Four MCU. It's just like, no, I just want to read John Byrne comics. So
Yeah. He was on that
Um,
run for years, which is wild.
yeah, which is pretty cool. This next one I ordered a while ago, and I guess it's number 2. I guess it's volume 2. I thought it was volume 1, but I guess it's volume 2. But this is the Marvel art of David Finch.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a absolute edition. So it's a large
Ooh.
hard cover
Oh, that's hard. All right.
format.
Oh fuck! Look at that.
Oh, look at that!
I don't
bad
think I've
boy.
seen that.
That.
Maybe I
He's a,
have.
he's
It's been
a
a while.
grower, not a
Yeah.
shower, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's got some. So it's like it's cool because it'll have the black and white art, but then it'll show the cover, or like for this one, it shows the pencils and then it shows the inks.
Ooh.
So that's
I'm
kinda cool.
recognizing a trend. Looks like we got a lot of the new Avenger stuff in this one.
Lots of Avengers stuff. This is a
Yeah.
cool like
Yeah.
group.
That's cool.
Oh,
Group
yeah.
double
That was right before
pager.
New Avengers. That was right. That's when they like disassembled. Yeah, on the Ultimates right there.
Disassembled. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bendis tore down the Avengers, completely blew up Avengers Mansion, and drove everyone crazy. And then New Avengers. Ooh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's during Cataclysm. That's from the Cataclysm run, which
Oh my god.
Jeff Loeb destroyed the Ultimate Universe.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Wait a
Just
minute, what
lots of-
is that Thor? Yeah.
This was Thor Ultimatum number 2, pages 18 and 19, 2009.
Yeah, the Ultimatum run, Jesus. Yeah, that was something. Man.
It wasn't good. You didn't like it?
No, they completely destroyed the Ultimate Universe.
Ooh. At least the art's good. So,
Yeah.
It's true.
guys, Doom.
There you go. Upcharge it.
Hey, everyone should be picking up
Upcharge.
this issue. Spider-Man Unlimited number 14. Go buy it. It's got Doom.
I'm
There you go.
investing.
I'm investing.
$100
No,
book.
Drew, you have to put your finger in your nose and you have to go, I'm investing.
Mhm.
So, Genius. Well, yeah, hopefully I didn't have only 2 pixels on my screen to show those off, but I'm glad that I purchased this bad boy. I mean, what's interesting is I've looked through it. It's definitely not one of the like most prized absolute editions or artist editions that I've received, but David Finch is just like his stuff is so consistent and it's consistently good. That I love getting these artist editions from him because they're brilliant, they're fantastic, and I love adding them to the collection. But yeah,
Hell yeah. I went through the Batman Year One. It's right behind me.
oh yeah,
Right there.
the one that Josh got all jealous about. Yeah,
Yeah. And oh my God. I was sitting up here just like flipping through it. And my wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
You'll never understand me.
hmm
That's pretty sweet.
And I said, I'm sorry, I love you.
And then she was like, "Get on your hands and knees," and then she put on her stilettos. And then you're like,
I didn't Tom King it quite,
You're
but
like, call me Tom King, please.
Oh, be cruel to me.
punish me.
I had to read 2 Tom King books this week. Ugh.
Feel good about yourself.
Hey, I do it for the fans. I do it for y'all, baby.
Yep.
So it's worth it, right?
Pick of the week.
Pick of the week. Tom King on Wonder Woman. Tom King on whatever that British chick's name is.
Oh, Ginny Sparks. Jesus.
yeah.
Flat Chest McGee. Yeah.
Woo. Cigarette smoking British hard hard
Badass.
knocking badass. Woo.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's just get right into this. For nobody, for you guys. Come on. All right, let's get right into this. I'm going to share my screen, meow. So, what? Probably a few months ago, we heard we had the breaking news that Greg Capullo was going to be on a Wolverine book. We thought that he was going to be on the main title Wolverine book, but that was a farce and a fallacy. So, but he did come out and he said, "I am still working on Wolverine, but it's just not going to be on the main book." We now have confirmation. We now have the actual book that is released. Wolverine Revengeance. Wolverine Revenge. This is the cover A, I believe. But this is the red band edition. So we're going to take a look at the red band. Whoa!
Easy. Parental advisory. Proceed
Careful,
with caution,
careful.
kids.
So, Kyle, did you get this cover?
Duh.
$125. Or no, what was it? $225?
What?
I never paid $200 for one of these fucking covers.
No, that's what the old one, like
I was going for? Yeah, I never paid that.
remember.
I paid $50 for it, but yeah,
It was the one where he was holding Thor's head, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know what it's going for now. It's probably crashed back down to what I paid for it, but this is true art here.
I guess so.
Second on this book. This is going to go up.
Up. It's got nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up after everyone reads it and doesn't fall asleep.
Hundreds of pennies. It's going to go up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They'll love it.
MG says, get ready to unsub and unfollow, boys. Oh, you're going to hear my hot takes tonight. So, yeah.
This book had the strangest, weirdest opening ever to a comic I've ever read in my life.
Yes.
It's just given it. We're not showing it. It's Jonathan Hickman broke one of the first rules of comic books. He told us and didn't show us.
Right.
And but to his credit, what he's given us, I will say, is better than what Tom Taylor gave us with Dark Age.
Okay. How so?
It's at least more interesting with the dinosaur.
Okay. So here's the intro. No one knows how it happened, as no one lived who was there. What is known is that as Asteroid M burned up on re-entry, Magneto breathed his last breath. And when he died, it released the largest EMP in the history of mankind. When the Northern Hemisphere went dark, that was 10 days ago. And fade to black, right?
Yep.
Pan in.
Fade in.
Fade in. That's what it was. Fade in. And we get like the Savage Land, and they're hunting dinosaurs with dinosaurs.
He's riding a dinosaur. Oh, okay. The dinosaur looks great.
Okay. It does.
Yeah.
Now, I'll ask you guys this. Oh, wait. Who wrote this, by the way? So it was Hickman. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Hickmanator. So right off the bat, do you guys think that Capullo delivered with the art solely? If we're looking solely at the art, do you think that this is Capullo, still nailing it and giving us what we want?
Mostly, the problem. I mean, he's still doing a solid job. There is no question about that. But the problem is, in my opinion, there isn't like a great splash page moment. I mean, that dinosaur fight should have been much more graphic than what we got. We should have seen innards and everything falling from the fucking dinosaur.
Well, but that's what right here.
Well, you get the red band. Yeah.
I'm not spending money on the fucking red band, and that's not happening.
Well, here's the interesting thing. I'm gonna show this, and then I'm gonna show the regular issue, and I'm gonna show everyone why they're paying $1, and it's not worth it whatsoever. Like there are maybe 3 panels are changed. Like it's pathetic. This is a total scam, total waste of your money. do not buy red band editions. They are worthless, and they are trying to scam you. Sorry, Drew, continue.
No, you're right. It's like it should be one or the other. Which way are you going to go? Which adventure are you going to choose? It's like, is it going to be the normal, or is it going to be the director's cut or the theatrical version? It's like you can't have both in this case. And it just I really felt like we didn't really see a big explosive moment from Capullo in this with his art.
I guess the only explosive moment I would say is probably the very last page of this book.
Ironically, yes.
Ironically, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's in the red band edition. So so it's like the regular edition. I wouldn't. It's still. I don't know. I don't know. Once again, yeah. Nick Fury at one point says "full stop." I'm like, Nick Fury? You about to say full stop? He's like, we succeed here today, full stop, because failure means that 1 billion people die. And I'm like, full stop, Nick Fury? I don't think that man would say that. I don't know, but
sure.
So
one thing we have to realize is like this is on another Earth or whatever. This is another time, another Earth, another Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's true. Kyle, did the art live up to what you were hoping for Greg Capullo to give us with this?
No, it did not. Honestly, when he was posting this stuff on Instagram, like he has been, I would rather see those Instagram posts just together as opposed to this, what we fucking got here. Because it looks so much cooler when it was pushed in and you had, his pencils, I think are amazing. I think that's when his art sings. I love his pencils. And so just get rid of that shit and just do it in pencils. But no, I was completely like whiplash induced when I was reading this book. I was just like, wait, what the I had to make sure. I'm like, am I reading Wolverine? I'm like, what the fuck is this? like it started out, I'm like, wait, so when does this what?
Yeah,
right.
The timeline's weird.
It completely, I'm like, okay, never mind. This is a whole different whatever the fuck story it is. So we're already in Kooky Town. So I'm like, all right. And you gotta, where it goes and the characters just randomly just pop into this book. It's like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And so it's called Wolverine Revenge. So is the revenge taking place when Nick Fury and the team band together to take out Mastermind and get his MacGuffin? Or does the revenge take place at the very last page? Is that when the revenge kicks in?
Right, he's getting revenge on characters.
It's the revengeance at the end of the
first
pre-vengeance.
Pre-vengeance. The re and pre-vengeance of Wolverine. This I don't know, maybe I because I remember Greg Capullo doing that Batman. Was it Batman Spawn? He did one of some of the interiors for Batman Spawn.
No, he did. He did the interiors.
Yeah, he did all of the interiors.
All of them. Okay. Because I remember that being like way more intricate and like gritty and intense and detailed. And when I look at Nick Fury here, I go, he is way too clean. Like he looks like he's 34 years young. You know what I mean? Like he needs to be gnarled and like just gristled. Like he is way too happy at the fact that the entire, like all of North America has been hit by an EMP. Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Complete power outage. Everyone is about to die within days, if not hours. And he's like, hey there. And I just feels like he should be more grisly looking. I don't know.
Wouldn't Wolverine be able to smell him? Like, that's Nick Fury. Like, yeah, I could smell him.
Yeah, he'd go,
Nick
what
Fury,
are you doing
whoa,
here?
You snuck up on me?
Yeah, what are you doing in the Savage Land, Nick Fury?
He smelled like 5-day-old BO and cheap cigars. What the hell?
You're wearing a fucking trench coat in the Savage Land? What are you, a psychopath? What's the matter with you?
You know how humid it is here? Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez. But all right. So I mean, at least for me, I definitely think we could have gotten a little bit more from Capullo in terms of the art. But again, I think the tough part is that I don't know if the story lends itself to Capullo doing something
No.
crazy or really intricate. And I think that's where this suffers the most is like
Correct.
Greg Capullo is still. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're 100% correct. This is the wrong story for Greg Capullo. It is a very, and I don't want to say bland and generic, but it's not a very action heavy story. And it doesn't serve Greg Capullo well. I mean, it honestly, get Phil Noto on here. Have Phil Noto do this. He's not doing shit. He can't do shit. He doesn't draw action well. Here, put Phil Noto on this. But you're wasting Greg Capullo on stories like this.
Yeah, I mean, look at this panel. It fucking sucks. Look how terrible Captain America's drawn like a fucking bitch. Like, look at this. I mean, it is so bad. It's just if you crop this panel out and said who drew it, I would never guess Greg Capullo within like 100 years. Like,
the only thing you could maybe say is you could look at the noses. He always has that specific nose that he does and be like, yeah, that's Capullo. But for the most part,
I could say it was his clone, Victor Bogdanovich. I guess he draws like him. I thought it was him.
Yeah. And so this, I'm going to try and be as good faith as possible. This is a setup issue. Like this issue 1 is setting us up for potentially the rest of the story for Wolverine's revenge. Because maybe Wolverine's revenge is he just goes nuts and just starts killing everybody, right? And that's when we get to see the great Capullo. But this issue was just kind of, here's the setup for it. Here's the execution. We get the big explosion climax, and now we're at Wolverine's revenge. So, like I said, the EMP has hit North America, and Nick Fury has to debrief the last remaining heroes pretty much almost on Earth, I guess, at this point, because everyone else was either taken out or killed or starved or something. So these are kind of his last hope. And so he's bringing them together, and they have to infiltrate this base of Mastermind, who has the last light or the last electrical power that will be able to save North America. And so SHIELD wants them to infiltrate, recover that electrical field, bring it back to the US so that he can, save the West, essentially, and save North America as well as Canada. What do you guys think of the premise? Like, is that an interesting premise? Does that sound?
It's all right. I mean, it's fine. But like I said, the problem is we're told this. We're not shown this.
Yeah,
it's a lot of telling and not showing. I mean, it would have been beneficial if we saw just images, of what happened to the Earth. Just what happened to North America. But that's where this fails. They're probably saying like that's not the important part. But at the same time, it is, because that's the reason why they're doing this mission. But a big part of comics is showing and not telling, and they failed in this that end with this story.
Yeah,
it's such a weird. I mean, it would make sense in a like James Bond type spy thriller movie
for sure.
Sure, it could probably work. But in this instance, where something this big is happened to North America, it's like, look at all of these superheroes that are potentially around. We don't know because you're not shown any fucking thing, so you have no idea like what's going on in the Northern Hemisphere, North America, wherever we're at. It's like, is it just absolute chaos in the streets? Is that why no one's around? And if so, why is Captain America fucking around here? Like, why isn't he out doing anything? I don't know, but it leaves too many questions when something this big happens in the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Marvel Universe here, and you don't know why is this team together? This is such a weird group to put together.
It's an amalgamation of just kind of like, all right, what really would have made this comic like a level above is like Nick Fury explains why he has each character. Cap, I need you because you're going to lead the team. Bucky, I need you because you're our muscle. Wolverine, I need you because you can sniff out exactly where we're trying to infiltrate. Or like each person should have a specific job on the team, and everyone here just kind of feels like hodgepodge of well, I guess you guys are what's left.
Yeah,
Which
it's
I
like,
guess
well,
makes sense, but
it does, but why?
right. Yeah. So but yeah, so I mean, I think that the setup is interesting. I think the premise is interesting. Um I just wish we had like once we get the premise, boom, I want us to get into it and Wolverine needs to just start like, chopping people up. And it wasn't necessarily that until maybe the final page and even then, but
I know.
MG says, I disagree, guys. These days we see too much setup, too much exposition, and too much unrelated to the story. I'd rather see this is where we are. Go make stuff happen.
Well, that's why you're
Um,
wrong. So we're right.
So I don't know how you feel about this.
No, look. This is basic storytelling. And Mike Barron personally has told me this several times. You show, don't tell in comic books. You focus on that. And what Jonathan Hickman did here, what he failed at, is that he told us and didn't show us what happened to the world. You don't do that.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely need to see more show. Like for example, I was reading that Fantastic Four issue 232, which is the first issue of Burns' run. And one of the interesting things is that he doesn't show you he doesn't tell you what Reed's powers are. He shows you what they are. And it's pretty cool to figure out what Reed is actually capable of. And because John Byrne can illustrate that, and we as the reader can go, I had no idea he has that capability. And so we can intuitively see that and go, that's incredible, right? He doesn't have to write out. And now I will turn myself into a rubber ball by collapsing in on myself, and then I'll be able to bounce around the room and dodge attacks. He shows that to you by like doing the art. It's so cool. So this is interesting. Jack says, what a boring splash page. The layout is really dull, almost no real details when you go back past the first three. So I'd love to get y'all's take on this. I thought this was so off-putting and odd because one of the other gunships starts firing at Fury's gunship, and he tells everyone, he's like, get out, go, accomplish the mission. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like everyone on that ship is dead now.
Yeah.
And Cap is like smiling.
Yeah, he's happy about
it. Confused
because he did it.
He's like,
yeah, fuck those people.
He's like, finally, I have my
Damn,
own
I'm
team
good.
back. Yeah.
Yep.
And it just seems like everyone's face is just
Wrong.
Like, and it's throughout the entire book. Everyone's face, zero emotion, zero. Same thing here. We are searching.
But
we are
again,
going
remember,
to search.
This is another Earth. This is another Earth. So these characters are slightly off.
I don't know if I can
buying that.
No, I don't know. Like his face here should be like you're getting stabbed through like the chest. I don't know. This just seems so. I don't know if maybe he wasn't paid enough or just what.
I think it is. It was a case of, hey, I'm turning in my pencils. This is what you get. I'm not fixing it.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah, it just seemed odd because like all of a sudden it's just like, oh, everyone's dead now.
I know. I had to go back and read it. I'm like, wait, did everybody just die?
Yeah, no, like, I did the same thing. I was like,
yeah, it's like that scene of MacGruber. It's like that scene of MacGruber when the van explodes.
Yeah. It's like, oh fuck. Okay, they're all dead now.
Do you guys like how just intelligent and articulate this dialogue is? How far away are we? And then it literally looks, it's right there. Literally,
look,
you
forward.
Cannot miss it. Yeah, just
you fucking moron.
As they landed, you just look forward and you see it. So
thank God we landed so close to where we needed to be.
Yeah. Like it's not even outside of the area of operations, and then they like hike to the position. Right. Like they just landed in the vicinity.
Yep.
Yeah, no one will see us on the radar.
Very inconspicuous.
Yeah. So, but no, I just thought I was just dying laughing. I was like, everyone's seeing this, right? Like he just landed and then he looks over and he's like, "Where are we? Where's the place we're going?"
Look, right, it's
So,
right there. Oh, okay.
oh, sorry. You too short, little man. You can't see it.
Yeah.
And then one by one, people begin to get taken out. And it's interesting because I mean, we can see this one Sabretooth, we have Omega Red, but some people die and some people live. And I'm looking at this panel and I go, oh, okay, this is the red band edition. So in the other edition, maybe they don't show this, or maybe they don't show
They don't.
Sabretooth ripping this guy's head off or whatever. Nope. It's the same.
No. Yeah.
Same
It pretty
thing.
much is. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Like there's no difference.
No.
It's not like because this is the red band we're looking at. It's not like this was put through his eye, or like you could see the head here. Nope.
Right.
It's just
No.
See, this is where just they're how inconsistent they are with their red band judgment, with what you're getting in that and what you're getting here. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it just seems really like you said, really inconsistent and just such a scam here. Let me go ahead and pull up the regular issue so you guys can see what we're talking about. So like I guess there's just less blood on the cover.
Oh, it's green. So green's okay.
Oh, okay. Green blood.
Green blood's okay.
Yes, it's
And then
cooler.
when he like kills the dinosaur, he stabs it, and like you still get a ton of blood. You just don't get the panel with the gore.
No,
Yeah.
But that's the only difference we're talking about here. And then when we go down here, when they're in the snow, same panel here. Oh, this is the same. See?
So
Same
the
exact
problem
thing.
is that there's a lot of like 5 to 7 panel pages here, and that doesn't really help doesn't benefit Greg Capullo's style.
No. Even when even when we get to the end here, which we'll see, I was surprised because I was like, they're really gonna go for it, right? And I mean
That's what I thought when I read because I read the unread band first, and then I picked this up. I'm like, oh, it's really gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, is it the same? I mean, maybe they added a panel or two, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, this one does not have a QR code, so it does have that
Mm.
going for it. So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think of Cap snowboarding on his
That's
shield?
fun.
Toad
That's cute.
Storbs.
That's
Toad
fun.
Storbs. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
So they all get captured. These, our enemies looking a little emaciated. Omega Red looking a little. He needs to hit the gym a little bit more.
A little bit.
Sabretooth needs to be a little bit broader. But then again, I'm used to Shara art.
Right.
So, but this does look good. I mean, you can't deny. His stuff still looks great.
Sure.
Like this is cool, but this should have been the whole comic. You know what I mean? Like these three just trying to take him out. That would have been fun.
Yeah. There should have been day one shit when that EMP went off. You should have seen Magneto up in Asteroid M, it collapsing, and all the heroes like, what the fuck just happened? You have Bedlam going on, and then you have Wolverine stuck out here or something while all this is going on, and boom, no power. What I don't know. You could have done this a myriad of ways.
Yeah, you could have been. It's like you do. It's like you just said, Kyle. You can open with we see Magneto. We see him go down, take his last breath. We see the world go dark, and then we cut to like I don't know, 10 days later or whatever. We see Wolverine hunting in the Savage Land. He through his exposition through Claremont prose, how he's hunting down for he's being sent on this mission from Nick Fury to hunt down this magical MacGuffin that Mastermind has or whatever here, and then he encounters these three numbskulls, and they're just fighting each other for most of the issue. Boom, there you go, first issue.
Yeah. And why it's these three fucking morons, I don't know. let's put Omega Red, Sabretooth, and Deadpool together. Why not?
No, these two make sense. These two totally make sense. I don't necessarily get Deadpool, maybe just because the Deadpool Wolverine hype. I don't
Correct.
know.
Correct.
But these two totally make sense. Like that's a great fight. But
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. But they've captured our heroes. Dun dun dun. And Wolverine has
He's been branded.
got branded.
Oh man.
He got the mark of Tom King on his chest.
Uh-oh.
And they put a little mommy bomb in there.
Ooh.
And so if he tries to move or if he tries to leave with the device that's gonna save the West, he'll blow up and kill Cap and Bucky. And Mastermind is like, yeah, I saw you guys coming from a mile away. I was able to do all
I
this.
saw you in the sky. Yeah, I could see you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right
No,
there,
like you guys took like 15 minutes to fall.
Yeah, I
and we
could literally
like,
just follow you down.
follow you, yeah. And then we find out we got a double cross, triple cross. Our boy. No.
That's
Fastball
not-
special.
No, we can't have it in the
No. So yeah, no, Colossus is like, I don't care about America. Like I care about my home country, and we're gonna be the ones that are going to live, and the West will die. So good luck, suckers. Like, see you later, nerds. Like Colossus just straight up is like, nah, I'm cool.
So
Good luck.
Hickman is pro Putin?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. I don't know. But
There's
yeah.
something political here going on here about how
Yeah, is
all
there
of our
some
resources are
allegory?
being used up and we have no power and
Hickman
global warming,
really playing that
climate
3D
change.
chess, maybe?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
could
know. These two, this just seems out of character. I feel like they wouldn't run away. He gets rid of his chains and then it's like, see ya.
But then, hey, then again, it's another Earth, so.
Yep. Good luck. Let me know what happens.
And then, Deadpool's got this little clicker that has all their logos on it, and guess what? Beep boop. Bye bye.
Beep bop boop.
Beep bop boop. Beep yeah. Beep bop
Beep,
boop.
bop, boop.
Boop beep boop bop. Gone. Gonzo. Now I saw this in the red band, and I was like, whoa! Imagine what they're going to do in the red band. And then I realized, oh, I'm reading the red band. Oh
yeah, it's like, oh.
Like I thought it was going to be like blood and guts exploding everywhere, but nope.
That's what it should be, right?
Yeah, it should. Even here, I was like, oh wow, they're really going forward with the blood and guts thing.
That was one of the panels that I'm like, that's going to be huge. I mean, that's going to be awesome. Him digging that bomb out of his own chest. That's going to be cool looking.
It's a panel.
Thing.
It's a panel.
Yep.
No, look, it's the same. Like I'm clicking on the different tabs and they aren't changing. Same exact thing. So
yeah,
all you suckers out there buying red band editions, like go save that $1 for something else.
Yes.
Same thing with explosion. Yeah.
I know.
Zero difference, man. Zero.
And they thought this would have killed Wolverine.
You would have thought, dear viewer.
But did they really think that? Like, it's like, come on.
Oh, you like the villains would have thought.
Right. That. They're like, all right, he's dead now. Let's go. You guys are fucking stupid. And like a literal James Bond type thing. Like, all right, well, we're going to leave now and assume he's dead.
Haha, now that I've released him to the sharks, he's surely dead, but we won't make sure. Yeah.
We don't need to watch, though.
No. I will say this is my favorite part of the book, though. This is awesome. This was really cool. I mean, at least in terms of the art, this looks amazing. Like this looks like J.H. Williams almost, like type of.
Yeah, that's the best panel of the book.
Yeah, like this and this.
Oh, you didn't like this? That's a little Frank Miller. That's getting a little kooky. That's
a little Cookie Town.
Cookie.
Yeah, that's a bit out there for me.
I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, I kind of like the kookiness, because he is like Reanimator, like he is being brought back to life. It's gonna look weird.
But this doesn't fit the rest of the book. This is how we should have introduced Wolverine out in the Savage Land. He should be a fucking psychopath, like killing these fucking dinosaurs, like a dinosaur, like ripping him in half, and him just like fucking just trying to survive for the past 10 days.
That'd be wild. Yeah, a little bit of Bernie Wrightson, Jack, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, this is by far the best panel in the book.
That's the best panel right there.
With like the one eye that's still like the eyelids haven't grown back yet.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
But then in the red band, let's take a look here. It's just not as intricate.
Oh, and the normal, the normal one. It's
just the normal one.
Yeah, it's like okay,
and it's like okay, like yeah. All right, I get it.
Worth $1? No, I don't think so. But
it's still a good panel.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, how much did they have to pay him to do 2 whole different pages?
Oh, his page rate doubled probably. No, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, now we want you to do it again, but this time more intense.
Yep, and faster. I don't understand why that, like, that's gimmicky. Like, what's the difference? Like, I don't understand why can't you show that in the regular? What's so horrific?
Right? Like, I guess because you're just getting a lot more guts and it's like Frank from Hellraiser, you know, that type
That's
of
how I picture this. I can hear it.
Yes.
I can see like that viscera, like you can just hear the bones cracking and everything. Like, yeah, that is awesome. But
squishy.
Yep.
Yes, very. And in the normal version, we don't actually get that final page of the cookie, weird, kind of cracked out movie. It ends with this panel. So I mean, I like that it ends on this one more, and that we get more here. But I mean, if that's what you're paying for, scam. You know what I mean? Like it's just such a scam. Because when you count the actual panels, it's 4 here, then the 5th one, this page, and then the panel from the dinosaur page, and like that's it.
Yeah. There's your dollar.
There's your dollar being put to good use. But well, actually, some people are buying both editions, so they're actually paying.
That's smart.
do not pay for both, please.
No, get both. That's genius. That's smart. Get both.
That's how you invest.
Yeah. Are you a true Marvel fan? Are you a true Capullo fan?
Do you truly like Wolverine or not?
Yeah, some people say Wolverine's their favorite. Prove it.
I mean, yeah, right. I guess I'm not a true fan if I don't get both then. So
correct.
So overall, Drew, what would you give this? Are you gonna recommend this? Are you gonna just meh? Or are you gonna skip it?
It's tough. It's right there between a meh to a recommend. I'm going to give it it's the lowest it recommends, very low. Because I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I mean, the art is good by Greg Capullo. Is really good. The story is interesting. It's surprisingly relatively fast paced for a Jonathan Hickman book. There weren't any info dumps, any infographic pages, which is shocking. But yeah, it's a very weak recommend.
Kyle, moment of truth.
This is tough because we just reviewed the other Claremont Wolverine kind of solo.
Sorry,
series,
I won't say anything. I'll save my thoughts but yeah, no, you go.
So this is a really interesting time. We're getting a lot of like solo Wolverine stuff kind of in the same spot, which is weird why they chose to put this out now on the heels of that. It seems very odd to me. This seems more like if you wanted to cash in on the horror market, you could have done it maybe September into October sort of time frame. Kept the horror hounds in here for the Halloween crowd. I don't know, but Compared to that, because that's the closest thing we can compare this to right now, that I have more fun reading this than the Claremont series. And
Mm,
the art here, I think, overall is better than the Claremont series, but I like
okay.
the Claremont series better than this. So does that make it a wash? I think they're I think both series are kind of meh, and that's kind of where this is. It's a perfect
Okay.
just if you like Wolverine, sure, fuck the Red Band edition. Do not spend that extra dollar on the Red Band edition.
Absolutely not.
I know
No.
I'm joking around, but seriously, do not buy the Red Band edition. But yeah, if you have the extra funds and you want to pick it up and you just want to kind of have a fun-ish Wolverine story, sure, you can do worse. But it's a perfect, it's a meh.
I like the Claremont Wolvie better. The Claremont Wolverine story right now, I think I think the story is better, and I'm having more fun with it. I'm enjoying myself more. I'm more entertained by it. This was not as entertaining, and I wanted to really like it. I wanted this to be my new Wolverine book because I'm technically not. I don't have a Wolverine book on my pull list. That's sacrilege for a Wolverine fan. And I want to put a Wolverine book on my pull list, but there's just nothing that can get me there to be like, I'm going to spend $4, $5 on this every single month. I want to get something really good. I think this is a perfect meh because I give the Claremont run the newest one, the 2024 Claremont run. I give that I've given that a recommend. I think both times it's come out, the Sabretooth one, and then the who
The
did he fight in
Marauders?
the Marauders? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister's Marauders. And I like both of those, but I'd take that over this one. So I think that's why this one has to be a meh. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think we got two mehs and a low recommend.
Yep.
Meh. That's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah, I would have put money that this would have been a fucking home run. Capullo
Dude.
on Wolverine, it can't miss.
It can't miss. It
and
cannot
it
miss.
missed.
But look at this, $6. I was wrong. I thought it was $5. It's $6 for the Red Band edition.
Fuck, that's almost to not recommend because it's $6.
It's like
Christ.
it's like ooh, now
man.
do we change our pick? So
Mm.
oof.
These other
but-
covers are not very good.
Oh really? You don't like them?
No,
Okay.
no.
Interesting.
That I fucking
This is
hate.
Puppeteer Lee, man.
I don't like
Puppeteer Lee does better on Spawn. His Spawn stuff is way better
Spawn,
than this.
yes. That looks like almost like a bad AI.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is kind of cool, right? Yeah. I don't. That face is a little
It's cheap.
cheapo cheap. It's like what you'd see at like Artist Alley and like one of the random booths, and it's like I do this on my free time, But
Like, yeah, we can tell.
oof. Oh man, so sad. So like I said, I was really hoping that Capullo was going to deliver. I'm really pulling out hope for the second one because if it really is Wolverine's Revenge, now it's like, all right, kick it into gear, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now
Bill
that we've
style,
set things
if it's
up.
just each issue is like a revenge, like, all right, we're gonna just fucking go down the line and just each issue is gonna be him
Start
going
taking
after a
people out.
specific one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, you got any hope for this series? Well, that says it all.
Yeah,
I mean, that
it's
about
hard
does
to,
it.
I mean, it really is hard to tell. I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
I would like to think it's going to do well, but after this first issue, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. It's tough. It's a coin flip.
Yeah. Now, Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh my gosh.
Riveting.
What are people smoke? Okay, here's the only argument against this, or for people liking this, is that people have been so deprived of a good Spider-Man book that they will take anything. Like the crumbs that are falling off of the Spider-Man table right now, they're just eating it up. Like anything that's not ASM or
Right.
yeah,
All
ASM.
right. Yeah.
That's the only reason why I can think that people are giving this a 4.5 average rating. That 98 people or 98% of people rank this as such. Like,
Yeah. Because you don't have JR on the art, and it's not him going out, you know, on Tinder dates and sitting there half the time, and then yeah, it's that's the benchmark. You know, this is the best Spider-Man out right now. It's like, do you hear yourself talk? You're fucking
yeah.
coping so hard in the fact that, well, this
Oh,
is the best Spider-Man out right now. It's like, that doesn't make it good. It's still shit. It's still boring as fuck.
the
I
cope
don't,
is so
yeah,
hard with this.
so
Yeah.
hard with this book. I do not see it at all. Yes, Marco Cicchetto, good artist. There's no denying it. When he's on the book, it's great. But
He's not drawing anything that's like of
yeah,
interest.
they're just standing around talking. It's like, God, still.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The synopsis to this: Peter goes to his kid's birthday party.
Stops at a bakery to get a cake with candles. Don't forget the cake and the candles. Don't
Candles.
forget
Yep,
them
yep,
both.
yeah. There's specific dialogue there. Oh, what about the candles? Oh, they're
I'm
in there
like,
too.
he's gonna forget the candles. Well, watch this. This will pay off. He'll forget the candles. No,
Candles. Don't forget the
they'll have
candles.
to make like web candles or something. Like, oh, I gotta come up with something real quick. Thwip, 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 thwip. Here's some candles. No,
Nope.
nope.
He's talking to like his AI.
Is that
suit
Hal? It's supposed to
thing.
be Hal from 2001. Like, is that what this is
I
like
think
alluding
no.
to?
I think it's going to be Venom. I think it's going to turn into Venom or something at some point. That's what I
That's
think.
what yeah. It's like their version of the symbiote.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. See, I'd like that if they did something like that. But I mean, we are getting Venom War, guys. Venom War. Woo!
Buckle in.
Buckle in for the next 3 months or 4?
Through
Yeah.
the end of December.
August, September, November, October. So yeah, almost 4 months.
Of
My
78
God.
tie-ins. Yep.
So really, this is kind of the only action, quote unquote, you get in this book. Where it's more talking, but they're setting up like more of the backstory of how the suit came into contact and why this this isn't young Tony Stark, right? This is his like
His
son.
son from the
Yeah.
Ultimate, the previous Ultimate Universe issues.
That's right. So they're just kind of setting things up, understanding how the armor works. Tell me why I care type of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The art looks great. I just wish it had meaning. Like I wish it had, I don't know, more to it. Drew, how have you been feeling about, like, you read this? Was this something that you're like, what are your? I mean, they're in a bakery, guys. Like, what are we doing with Ultimate Spider-Man?
It is amazing just how quickly this has gone downhill. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's still not as bad as Ultimate X-Men. But
Oh well, yeah.
It's a weird thing because it's one hand it's giving us what we wanted, which is Peter Parker, Mary Jane together. They got kids. Okay, great, perfect. But what they're doing with that is not what I wanted. It's pretty much all about them going to birthday parties and Ben and Uncle Ben and Jay Jonah setting up their new company and Peter coming along with them. Maybe it's like I don't care. And not just that, this haphazard introduction to the Sinister Six at the end of this issue, I'm like, really? This is how you're doing this?
Yeah.
It's stupid, incredibly stupid and lazy. This is not what I want. Yet, despite Jonathan Hickman's best efforts, it's still one of the better if not, I mean, quote unquote, the best Spider-Man book right now.
Which is such a sad thing to say.
It's a low
Sad
bar.
state of
It's a
affairs.
very low bar.
Super low bar. But like, I can laugh at the other. ASM last week was abysmal. I mean, that's asinine level of writing and art, and like that. I mean, like I said, it may be up there for like when we roll around to December and we start giving our worst of the year. That's up there.
It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
But like, this is just so, it's almost offensive at how just bland it is. It just doesn't feel like there's any heart or soul to this whatsoever.
Yeah, like I don't want to equate it to this, but it's almost like if A24 did a Spider-Man movie.
Oh, I
in a
can see
sense
that,
of
yeah.
like it's very artsy, and we're not going to really focus on Spider-Man, but who is
Mm.
Peter Parker as a
Yeah.
character in his day-to-day life? It's like
I'll sum
guess.
up the entire book by this panel right here. You guys wanted to see Spider-Man doing Dance Dance Revolution, right?
I did.
I mean, that's what I want for my Spider-Man.
I've finally gotten it.
It's one thing if he's spending time with his family, because you're right, Drew. I think you bring up a good point. We want to see Peter with Mary Jane with a family. Like, we want him with his family or with Mary Jane. But I mean, this is the book. The whole setup for the first 3/4 of this book was, hey, let's go to the party. We got to get the cake for the party and the candles for the party. And so we're going to meet at the arcade for the party, and we're going to go celebrate the party. And J. Jonah Jameson is going to be at the party because he also wants to. And so this whole thing was just set up.
Oh,
And
it
then
was
you get
funny
here and
though,
it's like,
because Ben was
oh.
telling Peter like J. Jonah's going to be there because he's lonely. And then we have J. Jonah Jameson saying,
Oh.
I'm here for Ben because I think he's lonely.
He's a little lonely.
They get it. They both think they're both the other
That's
one
pretty
lonely.
funny.
They're lonely at times. Sometimes it's awesome.
Also, why is he gifting young boy Parker here his own book? Does that seem weird, or is that not weird?
It's weird.
Weird.
It's weird. I feel like now maybe if I gave you guys like an MVP hat, like a for the YouTube channel or something, I don't know, maybe that would be different. So maybe this isn't too weird because he's like, hey, I want you to have something that I feel deeply about. I don't know. It looks like a big picture of him, and so I'm just like, okay.
I think that's the joke. Just how self-important
Maybe
yeah.
I just okay.
The
All right.
the narcissism of J. Jonah Jameson.
This is sweet and all. Hey, I love it. I love family. You guys know me. Love traditional family values, love Christian conservative, legacy, historical, traditional values that I think that is great to have in storytelling. But we do have to remember that this is an Ultimate Spider-Man book, and I don't get why this is enticing or intriguing or exciting to people.
Now you eventually have Spider-Man in your Spider-Man comic book, yes? Hello?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I believe I paid for a Spider-Man book, a Spider-Man comic.
Uh-huh.
I read through. I just breezed through this because I was like, "Oh my god, what are they trying to?" Like, it was just like, "Oh, and the Sinister Six, all right," and that's it. Like,
Yep.
It just came out of nowhere.
It really did.
So, like I said, art gorgeous. Marco Cicchetto, when he's on. But
Ugh.
so, are we giving this a recommend? Are we giving it a meh or a skip it?
Skip it.
Oh yeah, it's a definite skip for sure.
Yeah, no, I can't agree more. Skip it.
Come on, everybody, skip it.
Josh says, I might have a video of a certain panel member owning Dance Dance Revolution.
Wait,
game.
what?
Like owning the game, or like owning it like I'm so good I'm gonna fucking own this game as I play. Who is it? Max
It's
has
not
got
me.
Josh, Yeah, who has been on DDR? Who's been crushing it on DDR? I don't know. Josh says it's a perfectly fine issue if it had come in between arcs or as a breather from the plot, and it doesn't. Correct. Yeah, it's fine for what it is, but this has been the whole. We're on issue 8 now, and it just feels like this has been the only thing that's happened.
I mean, so who's going to be the ultimate version of Uncle Ben dying? Like, who's it going to be? It can't be Uncle Ben, right? They can't be that stupid. Like the ultimate universe, let's just change things up. It can't be Uncle Ben dying. Who's it
I
gonna
don't think
be?
we're not going to get it. I don't believe we're going to get that in this.
Ugh. I was like, maybe it might be Jay Jonah, but then again, who gives a fuck about Jay Jonah Jameson? So
if we were, it would have happened by now.
Yeah.
Michael brings up a good point. He says, I've been told by the Marvel stands that this is world building. Is that the cope? Is that the new download? Is that the new NPC download?
Well, if that's the case, then I agree 100% then. Yes, world building.
Guys, it's issue 8. We're still world building. Please. Just let it breathe.
Give it time. God, don't you care?
That's like get at least 100 issues. Jeez.
God, why'd you give up so early? Game of Thrones only gets good in season 7.
It's true.
It's like, oh,
and then it
ends
perfectly.
Yes.
Sorry, I gave it one episode and I was done.
Yeah. Hey, we could rip a ship it.
There
you go.
Could be worth it.
But yeah, no, I do believe that there is there may be evidence of me absolutely dominating on the DDR dance platform.
Why am I not surprised by that at
all? Hey, I'm good. I got quick feet.
Piece of that puzzle just right in there.
Kyle and Josh are just like, check. I see what's going on. I'm gonna pull this one up just really quick because I didn't. So I read it, but it still reads like AI that I really don't. It's so weird because I just feel completely detached from the story and the art. Like it just feels like I'm reading zeros and ones. I don't know how to articulate it. Did you guys get to read Phoenix this week?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay. And honestly, that's fair because it's you're not missing anything. But I did want to read the back here because the back is absolutely insane. Like whoever the editor is, you'll understand once I read it. You'll be like, what is happening? So
all I see is white. I completely understand. What the fuck is going on?
Well, that's why the editor completely just forgot their job. They didn't actually show anything. No. Here we go. All right. So we'll get to the back of this book. Before I read this, what's happening, American Discord? Good to see you. Thank you for being here, brother. He says, can anyone explain the 2 versions of that Capullo Wolvie book? Absolutely, brother. So Marvel their big brains over at Marvel, in their infinite wisdom, have began to release red band versions of comic books. So what that means is that for every one regular comic book that may come out, you may get a variant edition of that comic book, but it's not a variant cover. It's interior variants of that comic book that is priced at a higher price point, or so if the regular Wolverine Capullo book, issue number 1, Wolverine's Revenge or whatever it is, comes out, just the regular comic, you buy it, it's $5. The red band edition comes out, it's $6. Still issue 1, still everything is the same. The only difference now is that there are a few panels that may contain more explicit material. And I really think that's it. Kyle, Drew, anything to add with that? Because I think that for the most part, that is my understanding of it. It's a scam.
It's something that sounds fun, cute, like when you're sitting around talking about it, like in a boardroom or you're sitting around with some people. It's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had a red band? Like, we would change it up and we'll make it cool. It's like, yeah, that sounds cool, but in reality, it's kind of stupid and it really doesn't work. So unless you make it so different, but then again, it's like, why don't you just put out that version of the fucking book? But whatever.
Right. Well, it just sounds like another gimmick.
Correct.
It just sounds like, guys, what if we did this?
How can we get an extra $1 out of these suckers?
These suckers. That's what they are. They're suckers.
Yep.
Bunch of suckers.
Sucker. Born every minute.
Hopefully hopefully that answers your question, American Discord. So this is from the editor. I believe this is the editor, Annalise.
You read this?
10th. Unfortunately, I did.
You read all this text too?
I
On top
did,
of reading a terrible book? Why would you do
Yeah.
that to yourself?
No, I did it for the fans.
No,
I did it for you guys.
God.
This is what I do.
Oh.
So, oh God, the collected editions will be a circus. That's the. I don't think Marvel has figured that out yet. How they want to do that? Because then they'd have to have 2 graphic novels, right? Or 2 trade paperbacks.
They
they'd have to have the red band trade,
and
then the regular trade.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nightmare!
Oof.
So I will read. Yeah, I need a shirt for just for stuff like this. I watch all these cringe videos for the fans. I read all this cringe stuff for the fans. It's great.
Vote for MVP for best it for the fans.
Service for the fans.
Fan
Yes.
service.
Yeah, fan
Vote.
service.
The people.
Vote. Everyone vote for the thing at the place, the one website with www.vote for YouTube comic
YouTubers.com. Thank you.
/ Prison Planet.
Yeah.
.io. Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just going to read these first few paragraphs because everything after that is pretty tame. But these first ones sound like a psycho writing it in their padded room. So I'll go ahead and read this. So she says, sometimes it feels like I learned everything from the X-Men. At age 8, I wandered up to my father and asked him what communism was. Thanks, Colossus.
You're thanking.
Thank you, Colossus.
Thanking in the sense that I know communism's bad now, or what? What do you mean?
Not so much.
Okay.
But I'd started reading well before Peter Rasputin burst onto the scene with the Ustordinsky Collective Farm. I started at the beginning when Jean Grey walked into X-Men #1, shaking the foundations of Xavier's school by her very presence. Now, does she mean like Stan Lee's X-Men 1? Or is she talking about like giant size X-Men where they get the new team together?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't remember Jean shaking the foundations of Xavier's school. Maybe, well, I don't know. Drew, are you more well versed in X-Men lore?
Yeah, I think they're referring to the very first X-Men issue. That's what I think.
That's what
when she shows up and all the boys are like, whoa, a girl.
Gee golly gosh, ooh, girls.
You know, I'm gonna say this: as bad as that first paragraph was, it's better than anything Eric July has ever fucking written.
Wow.
And you know it's true.
Wow. I mean, at least it sounds coherent, so that's good.
Yeah, as crazy as it is, at least it is somewhat coherent.
Maybe Hickman's X-Men #1. Maybe that is, yeah. But no, Josh is right. She was the only girl, so that she very well could be talking about that. Annalise goes on to say, of course, I related to her. She was the girl, and they simply couldn't stop talking about it. So there was no ignoring it. Jean, she's the girl. She threw the school into disarray because of how in love with her almost everyone was. Like the socio-political organization of the Soviet Union.
What?
That's a big what the whoa, what?
Back it up.
Oh, back it up, Doku Man. What did you just say?
Hang on a second. She threw the school into disarray because of how in love with her almost everyone was. Like the socio-political organization of the Soviet Union, this dynamic was another complicated concept X-Men brought into my life early.
Hmm.
What?
The
Come
Soviet
again?
Union failed. Communism failed.
Come again?
Yeah.
So far, I'm getting that she learned communism from Colossus and being a woman from Jean Grey,
I guess so.
I guess.
Does she not have parents?
No, because she asked her dad. She said, "Dad, what's communism?"
So she didn't have a mom?
Uh, Yet to be confirmed.
All right.
Pending.
Two dads? Are we saying maybe two
Maybe.
dads?
Over time, this Jean Grey evolved into the character who millions of Marvel fans have loved across comics, television, movies, video games, and more. A graceful, dedicated, imperfect person with both burdened and raised to glory by incredible power, both her own mutant telepathic kinetic abilities and the awesome, overwhelming entity that is the Phoenix Force. And it's this character, her in her many dimensions, who Stephanie Phillips and Corinne are bringing to life in this cosmos. So that's pretty much it. I just thought these two paragraphs were just hilarious because it's like, Dad, what's communism? Okay.
At age 8,
At age 8, yeah.
if my 8-year-old comes up to me and says, "Dad, what's communism?" Well, one, I'm kicking his ass, and then two, because that's what communism is. I'll show you fucking communism. All
Yeah.
right.
I was gonna say,
I
you want to know
do-
what communism is? It's imagine you have 2 cows. Give both cows to the government, and then they may give you milk. That's what communism is. There you
At
go.
an inflated price to which you can't afford it.
Yeah.
I do like what is it? Parks and Rec, when Ron, who is a libertarian, is like the students come to the Parks and Rec like facility, and the one girl comes in and she's eating lunch and she's like, "Can you tell me about like the government?" And he goes, "Sure, I'll tell you about the government." And he takes her sandwich and he eats half of it and he goes, "Oh no, there goes your taxes," or something like that, and gives her back the sandwich. And he goes, "Oh, look out, property tax." And then he takes her chips and starts eating her chips. She's like, "Wait, that's not fair."
Aha.
I
It's
see
not,
now.
is it? Ah.
Weird. All right. So what's next? So I mean, all that being said, Phoenix is an absolute skip it. If we didn't have to say that already, but yeah.
Hmm.
Anything you guys want to go over next? Anything? Well, you guys want to do a good one because that was a bad one. Let's even it out. Maybe do a
Sure.
good one.
Yeah.
Depends on
I'll
what you're
allow it.
picking as good. do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Well. Yeah. I mean, Wonder Woman was good,
Oh my
right?
god.
Tom
Tom King couldn't wait to just constantly put fuck and cunt and bitch or whatever other.
Oh yeah.
I mean, every third word in that fucking book. Like, I mean, you could just tell he was like, "What?" But that's Captain Boomerang. That's all he said.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
"Jeez,
fun.
dude."
I am so surprised that people are not liking this book.
Yeah, me too.
Meaningless mess, muddy artwork. Oh my god.
Oh.
Without rhythm, intrigue, or interesting characters, this issue felt like mostly filter with wow. That is astonishingly awful interpretation of this book.
I think they meant that for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think you posted this on the wrong one. Oh my god. Dunno. I find this Elseworld to be very weak. It's not a good fantasy story. It's not an interesting alternate and blech. American Texan. All right. Well, yeah, no, I figure like if Ultimate Spider-Man is getting a 98 and this is getting a 90, that come on. That's bad. But I really enjoyed this. This is Dark Knights of Steel All Winter #2. And now I will say it does have some flaws. Actually, I'm gonna give this a 3 instead of a 4. because, like I said, it does have some flaws. I'm going to pull this up, but general thoughts. Kyle, did you read this one?
I did. As far as the art goes, this first the manga style, boy, I don't know. There were some scenes and the art in some places. I'm just like, oh, I'm not a fan of this.
Oh, really?
Bug-eyed,
Okay.
wide-eyed little like,
Twerp.
oh, speed line.
Oh, yes, I saw it.
Oh,
That's a stroke.
it's like, oh Jesus God, here we go. But no, but the black and white stuff I absolutely love. I like the one colored character throughout this sort of thing. I get it. I like it. But yeah, overall I thought issue 1 was better, but I did like this issue. So
issue 1 is vastly superior to this
Yeah.
issue, but yeah, I still like it.
Yeah, this was still fun. I had a good time reading it. The backup story, again, Riccardo Federici's art is fan-fucking-tastic, and how it again, that's very kooky, the backup story, but
Yeah.
it has its moments. There's just a few things in here that just prevent it from being great. And
Yeah.
it's still fun. It's still a fun story, though. I still like it.
The backup I really only read just because of Federici's.
Mhm.
Sorry, I had a stroke. Yeah, I really only read it because of that, because Tom Taylor can. Yeah. So I do really like the art, so that's pretty much the only reason why I look at it. I guess I'll say I look at it. I don't read it. But Drew, did you like this first story? Did you get to read the second backup or anything? Did you get a chance to look at this one?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed this one as well. You know, and like Kyle said, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but it was still a very fun read.
Yeah.
I did like the revelations in this, especially that come up later in the book, and how we discovered there's a reason why everything is devoid of color, and that comes into the story. It's like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I did like that twist. I did like the violence in this. It does pick up in the latter half of the book.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a fun read. I mean, I am enjoying this. I'm digging this. And the like you said, the backup, just don't read it. Just look at the art. All you gotta do is stare at the art by Riccardo Federici. Just don't read it. You'll just wind up dumber.
Yeah, no, really. Or you'll start smirking like Tom Taylor, and you'll start having that
Yeah.
punchable face.
Well,
No one wants that.
sneering. It's just a sneer.
Oh yeah, it's just a it's just an arrogant, infatuated with himself, completely narcissistic, just a smug, shit-eating grin.
Mhm.
I made Superman gay. Yeah, it is a kind of sniveling. Look at me. So the criticism that was on League of Comic Geeks is that the artwork is muddy. I actually think that it plays to the strength of the story, because you are in a muddied, gray, colorless world. And so they're in this kind of dark Viking-esque age. I actually think it adds a lot to this, because if everything were super intricate, I don't know if we would get the dirtiness of the feel of the book. So their criticism is actually what I think helps the artwork be portrayed as the place that they're in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that tracks.
Because I mean, like, look at this. This looks great.
It's great.
Yeah. Like you said, there are manga-esque aspects of this with like speed lines and stuff. But for gosh, this looks fantastic, man. I actually really enjoy this artwork.
Yeah, it's a cool panel. I like it.
Yeah. I will say the biggest hindrance for this entire book was, and people are gonna, it's gonna get me in hot water. I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. But I will fully accept the misogynist label. I think it could have done without the women. like a full, like, I'm not even gonna try to hide it. Like, I genuinely think that this should be a lone wolf and cub, father son, or like or maybe even just Deathstroke and Annalise, what was her name? I forget. Maybe his long forgotten wife. It should just be these two, but then the daughter gets involved, and then it's the girl boss. I taught Deathstroke everything he knows, and it's like, oh, okay, no, I'm done.
Yeah, but
So,
then again, you're starting to tread into the God of War games with Kratos and his
oh, is
son
that
and
how?
a Viking Valhalla type
Oh,
story where it's
yeah.
him and his son trekking through, and his son's actually Loki, and it gets into. But like, yeah, it's and I pick up on a lot of that with this, and I'm just like, okay, but that's still fine. You that's totally okay, and but yeah, I can see why they brought in some of these other characters, because then it's basically Kratos, right? But anyway, he's
Yeah.
got an axe that he throws, and he can call it back to himself, and it's a lot like Kratos.
What if Slade Wilson is Kratos?
Okay, I
Eh,
like it.
I like it. Like this is pretty cool. I love this image. But like she should have stayed dead. Like
Yeah.
because then we continue on with the journey, and now we just get Slade and his, wifey, and maybe it's a family story, right? Maybe it's the three of them having to figure out how to become a family again, while also defeating or getting them to the next, whatever. I don't know. It just feels like this had potential to do something like that, but instead they wanted to have girl boss moments, and I was like, no, you had something good here. So Adeline, that was her name.
That's it.
But yeah, I love the look. The red Sonja look and everything looks awesome.
Mhm.
Um, but the kid is going to be kind of the key to everything. So I have a feeling that Adeline will have died, the daughter will have died, and now we will just get Slade and the boy, and he has to escort him to, you know, Epstein's Island. I mean,
Whoa, whoa,
oh,
hey, ho,
oh,
oh,
oh. But this is the Federici art, and my
there we
God,
go.
is
Yeah,
it just
that's
gorgeous?
cool. Fun to look at.
Yep. I saw a stat the other day that said that 65% of DC titles are out of the top 100. Oh, 100%. I believe that.
Mm,
I
that's
mean, when you've got titles like Gotham City Sirens, um, that tracks.
and that's how you're edging all your bets on that. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Steph. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you for being here. But yeah, this looked awesome.
yep, looks great.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Just don't read it.
Yeah, just look at the pretty pictures. Look. Water, I feel like is extremely hard to do, and yet this looks flawless.
So good.
Even the folds and the cape and everything, like how he does fabric is just God.
Mm.
But then guess what? John and Martha. Why'd you say that name?
Say their name.
They find a baby boy.
Moses
Is is it Superman?
can't be.
No, it's
Is that Carrie Elwes from Princess Bride?
Oh. As he wished.
oh,
Yeah,
it does look like him.
does.
I could see it. But yeah, so I guess the kid that they now pick up might be Aqua Boy Lad Man.
Mm.
So,
Aqua bitch.
got him. Got him.
It's Namor, actually.
Yes,
Ironically.
of course. Yeah. Well, we have to respect his
Gotta respect
his
the lore.
heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so yeah, would you guys give this a recommend, meh, or skip it?
I'd recommend it.
I recommend.
Yeah. Now, would you recommend this more than Wolverine Revenge?
Yes.
Revengeance?
Yes,
But,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Ooh, okay, all right. I would also give this a recommend, probably over Wolverine Revengeance.
Of our final judge. Thumbs up, average.
Yes, David. Girl bosses are extremely tiring. It's getting to like I don't know if you guys saw the most recent Lord of the Rings trailer. It's heinous and it is a complete bait and switch. It's pretty bad.
How could they bait and switch even more? Well, who else are they
Is it-
changing now?
It's now it's not even Rings of Power. It's the animated film that they're doing. The War of the Rohirrim. So
So what? So this
it's
takes place in the
it is actually during the Third Age,
okay.
which is the time of Helm Hammerhand, who was right before Theoden, I believe. So this might
Okay.
actually be Second Age. But yeah, no, it's not the story of Helm Hammerhand, who's the king of Rohan. It's
Okay.
his daughter. And she is the fastest out of all the Rohirrim. And the king at one point says, "You could rule the world." I was like,
Oh, give me a break.
oh
Really?
yeah,
They're doing that
I'm so
again?
sure.
How
Again,
many strong womanses can they like? Is
Whammonses.
seriously?
So strong whammons. I'll show you the trailer right now. We'll pull it
Please.
up if you want.
I swear I'll do it.
Yeah, no, it's sickening, man. I got so mad. It's because it's not even I don't even know how to articulate it anymore because it's so annoying. And we've heard all of the excuses of like, but women can finally see themselves, and it's just so disingenuous. And they're not going to make any money. No one's going to watch this hunk of junk.
So it's animated. Who's putting it out?
It's the same animator who did a lot of the anime films.
Anime. So
Anime.
So I'm not watching this either. Got it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And I thought, hey, Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, baby, he's back.
The
But
PJ, he's back.
PJ. But no, they literally just paid him so that they could get his name on the title.
Aw.
So
Okay, so question. So does this female character they're alluding to, does she exist in Tolkien's lore? Is she
hypothetically, yes.
it's
So
either a yes or no. She either exists or she doesn't exist in his book.
she exists, but she
Okay.
was never given a name. That's how
Okay.
insignificant she is in the
Okay.
story.
I
So
was just
like,
gonna see, like, was she a strong possible leader warrior that never got the chance?
no.
Okay.
No.
I didn't
Helm
think so.
Hammerhand's nah, I mean Helm Hammerhand's daughter was never named in the Silmarillion. She's never named in any of the books. And they allude to her because one of the warring tribes wants to marry her off to the how they would
Yep.
do,
Game of
like
Thrones
in
style. Yeah.
yeah, like feudal Japan or European medieval kingdoms would have their daughters married off to other kingdoms to make
Build
sure that there's
alliances.
peace within
Yeah.
the alliances. There you go.
Yeah.
And this one, she's not having it. I will not marry a man that I do not love. And
Will she marry a woman that she loves though?
Yeah.
Or a horse that she loves?
Ooh, horseman. Maybe she
Exactly.
marries horse. Like
She could marry the
Ripper.
horseman. Oh, crossover. Eric
The-
July
the
is playing 90.
BoJack Horseman?
Yeah.
No, Rippaverse horseman.
Rip a horse.
Oh, that horseman.
Oh man, this is
But before I show you guys the trailer, look at the genius. Look at the graphic genius that has gone into
Is that a
the
spiked tire?
newest Bat logo.
It's like a spiked tire.
or a very painful cell phone.
Or a black tampon pad.
Oh,
Or
my.
yeah.
Going hard. Okay.
Yeah, or period pad, yeah. Period pads are not a joke.
That's true.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's Batman, right? This is a symbol.
That's his symbol. The only when that's up in the sky, you definitely know it's Batman.
That's his symbol, all right. My God, it's just a
Jesus.
rectangle. So,
So stupid.
being the little shit stirrer that he is, this was funny. I saw this earlier. Scott Snyder reposted this or posted this on his Twitter, and he said every angry tweet only makes it grow 1% bigger. Scott Snyder posted that. He knows people hate this.
And
He knows it
it's
looks stupid.
It's stupid. You can't say it's not stupid. It is stupid.
This guy goes, nobody's angry. We're laughing.
Yes.
It stinks.
It stinks.
So, yeah. I like this era of we piss off the fans on purpose. That always works out well for people, right?
It does for Scott Snyder.
I guess so. But
he's never missed. He's batting 1,000 right now.
Only hits.
That's all he
nothing
gets.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but hits, baby.
Yeah. Guys, but I do think we have to remember it's not horsemen. It's horsemen. What? Horsemen of the Herman? Yes. The Consiglieres. What did you call him the other night? The Bene Gesserit?
Yeah, is that
shit, that makes me laugh every time because Warhammer has those names like that, and it's like, yeah, I can't argue with you. They're goofy.
They all do.
Maxi
Everybody does. Even the fucking Game of Thrones has stupid names. Lord of the Rings has stupid names. Like they're just goofy.
Treaties for sweeties. Yeah, that's what they used to do back in old medieval Europe. So
nothing wrong with that.
Part of the times. All right, here we go. I found it. I'm sorry I'm subjecting you guys to this, but
I want to see it.
I wanted to see it, so
yeah.
But it's animated, you say.
Tis animated. Now I don't think this will get taken down. Warner Brothers? Chat, do you guys know?
Probably.
I don't know.
Do we have to talk over it or pause it every 1 second?
Maybe, yeah.
It's 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
Well, yeah, because the first minute is just previous footage or footage from previous movies.
Hey,
they don't have
the
the confidence. Yeah, they are so insecure about their own project.
Wow,
they're so they're just so insecure about their project that they're like, guys, remember? Don't you love Lord of the Rings?
Don't you love Gandalf and all the male characters you love?
Yeah. Don't you love all the heroic male masculine characters in Lord of the Rings?
I do.
Sorry. But yeah, we'll play a little bit of this. See, Peter Jackson presents.
Oh. He's ahead of the he's on top of the titles. Okay.
First few seconds, and it's like, wow, PJ, he's back.
PJ presents. Okay.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Well, it's breaking glass ceilings, really, not necessarily ground.
Important. That's Middle Earth is surrounded by
just up.
Yep.
Ooh, back to Middle Earth. Yeah, actually, you're right. This is all just straight up all the masculine shots of the Lord of the Rings films.
Hell yeah.
So I will say the directing and the art style and the animation look like fantastic. Like it truly does look amazing.
I haven't seen any of it, so I have no idea. Who's this? Kenji Karayo no Mada Mama. Is he good? Kamehameha.
I am wondering what your thoughts are going to be about this, because the first probably minute and a half of this trailer is good, and then it gets bad real quick. So, yeah.
All Middle-earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring. But 200 years before that...
Like, this looks sick, I think. I don't know.
Sick? Compared to what?
Yeah.
Compared
I think
to
it
what?
looks good.
Okay.
Like, I think this looks cool. It's like if we were actually getting the Rohirrim back, which we're
Mhm.
not, but if we were, this
Okay.
would look cool. Yeah.
Leaders of the Mark, brothers of Rohan,
There was an older tale.
arise!
No.
No, you're
No.
already out.
Fuck
No.
this. That's Sailor Moon. Fuck this. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, this isn't Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. We just need some speed lines. Yeah.
Oh, Orca-san. Oh
Rohirrim-san, Theoden-san. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind the animation. I don't know how well it lends itself to Tolkien's lore, but I think that if they stuck with Helm Hammerhand, who's on the throne right now, who the story should be about, because he's an absolute unit and punches a dude to death. He's pretty dope. Yeah, this could have been something that could have expanded the lore and the universe, but instead it's going to be a girl boss nightmare.
So this is his daughter.
Correct.
Not his wife.
No, this is his daughter, who has no name in the book, who has no purpose,
Okay.
no backstory, no nothing. She is literally just mentioned because she's there.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So then one older son who will die because he's right there. He's the left hand of the king. He'll be dead. And then you have the gay son who will be so unsure of himself because he's gay and very feminine that he won't quite know what to do, or it'll be his fault that his older brother dies in battle and he won't know what to do, and she'll have to like tell him like, snap the fuck out of it, you fucking pussy.
Get it together.
Yeah. And he's like, I am so scared. Oh, I don't know
I'm
what
so
to
sorry. I'm so sorry.
do. I stay home and I bake you dumpling. Okay.
Oh my God.
Like, okay, this is interesting, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's a different
took a weird
take on
turn.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a weird turn.
Odd.
But yeah, no, she has really no story in the books, and so they're thinking, oh well, we can expand on the lore because Tolkien never wrote about her, because for good reason, she doesn't matter. But I guess they want to tell the story that Tolkien never could, is in their own words.
Because
So,
he can't, because he doesn't know how to write.
yeah, right. No, 100%.
With an offer to strengthen Rohan.
Hera, daughter of Helm, I, Wolf, seek your hand in marriage.
Our fathers speak as if I were not even in the room.
I do not want to marry you.
Because you're not in the fucking room. Shut the fuck up. You're lucky you're even here sitting down.
Let the men speak, woman.
Yeah. I'm fucking thirsty, you dumb bitch.
You're not here to give your input, all right?
Yeah.
You're here to sit there and look pretty.
Fill the cup.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne. You will live to regret this, old man. He's dead?
So that's lore accurate. That happens in the book, and that is kind of the lore of Helm Hammerhand. But what they're going to do is they're going to make it Helm's fault that because he punched this warring tribe, that now they're going to try and attack Rohan, and the only person to save them is going to be girl boss Hera, or whatever her name is. So
Why?
it's going to be the men's
Okay.
fault, but the women are going to save the men. So.
But why is it his fault? The guy punched him first.
Well, I mean that would be the righteous, justified reason for striking him back.
Right.
But no, we can't have that in this because men are toxic, Kyle. So
All right. That tracks.
that tracks.
I'm with you.
You will pay for this with your life.
You're a vampire. Did you see his face? Was he a vampire?
No, his name is Wolf, and so he's got the fangs.
Jesus Christ. No, it's not. Stop it.
He's a furry, yeah. So he likes his
Tolkien
name
did
is
not
Wolf,
create a
though.
character named Wolf.
He did,
No,
though.
he
That
didn't.
is
No, he
Wolf,
didn't.
though.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Now, whether or not he has fangs is to be, that's left into interpretation. But yeah,
Oh my god.
The boy I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
There's so many of them. I pledged to fight for my king.
uh-oh,
Yes,
wait a
sweet cheeks. All
second.
right, come
It's
on in
like
here.
so for the first minute and 30, and now we're getting like, oh, so this is what the show is going to be about. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nothing of war.
I'm the fastest rider you have.
He goes, you know nothing of
Well,
war.
she might be because she probably is the lightest. So there probably is some truth to that.
But is she the best fighter? Is she the best? She may be the fastest rider, but is she the best rider? Can she
I
fight
don't
on
know
horseback?
if she
Yeah.
hasn't been battle tested, which is probably accurate because he wouldn't have allowed her to go to battle because I'm trying to protect my daughter.
Yes.
Because we
Who-
need
yeah.
you to build alliances. That's your fucking point in life at this point. Sorry. You don't get a lot of say because we need you. You have no idea how important you are. More important than any of these fucking morons I send out here on a horse to die. That is how important you are.
That is how they thought, is that the women would stay back because the women can actually create life. Like if they stay back while the men go to war, the men can die for the women because the women can continue cultivating culture, lifestyle, teaching, learning, whatever it may be to continue the good of the kingdom or whatnot, while the men have to go out and fight and die for these battles or whatever. So yeah, they held women to high esteem, which is why they didn't send them to battle.
Correct.
But
because I care about you that much.
correct, right.
Yep.
And because you're just not a good fighter and you're not strong and you're not physically capable of doing
Can you
these
even
things.
carry a sword on a horseback and swing it hard enough to not only not fall off the horse, but hit somebody hard enough to where you could probably disable them / kill them? I doubt it because you are so light.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
People need hope here. Something to believe in.
Eagles. I like those.
Oh, I remember the Eagles.
I remember the Eagles.
I've seen the Eagles. Yeah.
The Olifants. I know those too. Hey.
Yeah, look, there they are.
Oh my god.
And
This looks
did you
like Attack on
see,
Titan, by the way, this shot.
It does, yeah, very similar art style. Did you see Helm's Deep though?
I saw that
was
one
Helm's
shot of
Deep,
Helm's Deep. Yeah.
mhm.
I know that place.
Yeah, I know that. I've seen that before.
My joy. You could rule the world.
You could rule the world. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All of Middle Earth. She's got it. It's all her.
Oh.
You think I am afraid of you?
You should be.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Girl boss, let's go.
And slay.
Kick his ass.
Queen
Seabass.
Slay. God, it's embarrassing at this point.
What does Mordor want with rings?
Fuck was that?
I have no idea. I mean, with these adaptations, it could be anything because this is all fanfic. This is all some woman flicking her bean to another girl boss. That's all fanfic. It's not Tolkien. It's not even good storytelling. It's just
So who was that
tired
written
tropes.
by? Who was that series written by? Or is each episode a different writer?
So I would have to check the IMDb credits page, but someone said that it's actually Philippa Boyens, who was one of the original writers for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. She was adapting a lot of the novels to the Jackson films. And from what my understanding is she is writing this, but she must be taking that must have sipped on that juice because oh, here we go. Story by Jeffrey Addis, Will Matthews, and Philippa Boyens. Yep. Screenplay by Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews and Phoebe Gittins and Artie Papagiro.
4 writers.
Yeah, well, story by 3 people, screenplay by 4 people.
Uh-oh.
Produced by Philippa Boyens, Jason DeMarco, Joseph Chow. And then so
if it's fanfic, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Who cares? This thing is gonna flop. No one's gonna watch it. Who cares? I'm not a fan of that. I love Lord of the Rings. Fuck that anime shit. I'll never watch this. I can't do it. I just don't like it.
Even if it were solely about Helm Hammerhand, the animation style would not intrigue you at all. Like you wouldn't. Okay. Yeah.
I really tried Attack on Titan. I think I finished season 1, all of season 1 Attack on Titan.
Okay.
It still made no fucking sense. I still don't understand what that's about. I don't get it. And this, just after watching it, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't fucking do it. I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit that world. It doesn't fit. It's just
it does seem a little odd. There is a disconnect there. I totally understand what you're saying. I like the animation style. I think we've alluded to, though. I don't know if the story lends itself to this setting. Honestly, I would have watched anything with Helm Hammerhand or anything with Rohan for that matter, regardless of animation style. At least to just give it a shot, because I want to see, like, Philippa Boyens, I do think is a good writer, but she has to have something to adapt. And I think that's the issue here, is that all of these screenplay, the people who wrote the story and the people who wrote the screenplay don't have something to adapt. They're just taking like one sentence that was out of context in one of Tolkien's like writings that talked about a no-name girl in Rohan, and that's what they're basing this whole thing off of. So,
well, it's like, you remember Eowyn from Lord of the Rings?
You like her,
another
right?
daughter of a king who somehow has been neglected, and I can actually fight too, and I'm secretly trained. It's like we're taking that, which was subtly and done properly in Lord of the Rings, but we're ramping it up to 11 and acting like it's the same fucking thing. And you're gonna like this character even more because Eowyn wasn't treated properly in Lord of the Rings. She only got one moment. What if we gave her whole fucking series here?
An entire show.
Yeah. You like that one thing with the Witch King where she attacks and kills it? What if she takes on the whole fucking army by herself? You want that, right?
Writer. She can take rule the entire world. Yeah, no, it's just such a tired trope at this point that it's like, yeah, like you said, there have been adaptations that have done this well previously in the 90s and the 2000s, and now they're just taking male, bullheaded archetypes and putting them in female characters and saying, hey, women, don't you like this? And even the women are like, no, we pretty much hate this. You're making them like arrogant men. Like characteristics of arrogant men, and it just makes no sense. But they're like,
yep,
Slay Queen, that's my girl boss. And it's just
I see myself.
Oh, finally I see myself. It's like, oh yes, you are insufferable. You can see yourself. That's good.
You're a bitch that everybody hates. Congratulations.
Lo, the two parallel. How great. Yeah, finally a show made for me. I feel represented finally. Yeah. But I mean, the one thing I will say that I could eat my all my words and this whole thing could be for naught. They could be doing a bait and switch. Now, I highly doubt that. Like there's a 90% chance that this is going to be total, what is it? Gatekeep something girl boss. I forget the tagline. But yeah, this is going to be 100%, 90% girl boss. But on the off chance that it's not, they could have tailored the trailer to make it seem like that. So
They could. The opposite of what Kevin Smith did with his He-Man series.
Correct. Where everything was like power, and then he gets killed in the first episode.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith's like, no, we don't do that here in this series. Prince Adam is the man, and
Yeah. We do have to kill him first. So.
Yeah, he has to die first.
Yeah. So, Drew, are you gonna watch this one?
How about no?
Oh, okay. You're the biggest Lord of the Rings fan of all three of us. I figured this would be right up your alley.
Yeah, biggest, but there's just something about this just really rubbing me the wrong way. It's hard to explain. Yeah, I might have to pass on this one, unfortunately.
Shoot. Well, that's three of us who weren't watching it. Dang it. Oh, well.
Damn.
Better luck next time. Maybe put a male hero in there for us to actually get behind and actually have some good storytelling in there about a good protagonist. It's funny because at some point it was like we just want even if it's a female protagonist, just write her well. Do a good job of a great storyline, some good characterization with some fun action moments and maybe some emotional plot beats here and there. Now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't want to see a woman in a protagonist role anymore. Like, I don't care if she's written well or not.
That you can have a strong female character that is cunning and conniving, and I'm going to work just like in Nottingham. You can have a female character that's somehow going to manipulate her way in, and old Game of Thrones did this well and correctly. There were a lot of females who knew how to work the system and be like, I'm going to work my way into this family here, but I'm really kind of putting my pieces on the board so I know exactly what to do and when to do it. So, I mean, there are ways to, but like, that's not Lord of the Rings, though. Like, that's not the point.
Right. Nor would I want it to be. It's not supposed to be this political chess game.
Right.
It's supposed to be a very, at least I think the themes that Tolkien wrote about were light and dark, good versus evil, tales of morality that were not steeped in, gray. It was very much like black and white.
Right. And fat, boring, Euro trash, going to people's houses, randomly talking for 75 pages, nothing happens, and you occasionally bumble into somebody else, and then maybe something might happen, and then you'll find out in 10 chapters later that they're still sitting around talking and eating, and they might get onto something. Yep.
Wow. Euro trash.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Interesting take. Speaking of female protagonists.
Here we go. Now something good.
Now we're talking about,
finally.
It's already on to 3 issues? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's weekly, Drew. After this,
I keep forgetting it's weekly. It pisses me off.
Because it's like, oh my God, I have to read this again.
I know. I'm like, no, I just read this.
I just read the last issue. Please don't make me read another one. But guys, it's cute. Cats and hats.
God. No.
Don't you? Isn't that funny? No? Okay.
Dr. Seuss? Cat in a Hat?
Cat and Hat? There's a new sheriff in town. So this is issue 3 of 4. Thank God. The one good thing about having it coming out weekly is they're just dumping this. They're not even going to try and do a monthly release. They're just like, okay, all at once. Let's just get rid of this in 1 month. I mean, this was awful. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. Did you guys like Dumb Bunny?
The fat, the crazy, like big hulking
Hulk one,
Hulk bunny.
Isn't that
the tranny bunny, the trans bunny? Yeah, I thought it was hysterical.
The issue is pretty boring up until Dumb Bunny. Like,
it's key. First appearance.
It's a key. Key. Drew, what'd you think of Dumb Bunny?
It's hilarious. It's dumb. He's a bunny and he's dumb. It's so
Get
cute.
it?
He's stupid. Do you get it? Yeah.
Look, she goes, you know how I have a unique psychology clone of myself and all? Or physiology? Clone of myself and all? Well, meet Dumb Bunny. Hi.
I
It's
love
funny.
it. That's
It's
so
funny.
Yay! She said the thing.
She said hi.
Hey, this
God,
is
look at
on
how
Key Collector
dumb
right now.
she
This is a
was.
Key Collector book. This is great.
Hey, this should be on Key Collector. If it's not, then shame on them because
It is
that's
on Key Collector.
appropriation. They
It's
should,
there.
or it's misogynistic if they don't have it. It is. It really is there on.
Yes, it is. It's under a key. Yes.
Shut.
It's the first appearance of Dumb Bunny,
Dumb Bunny. Woo.
everyone's soon-to-be favorite character.
It's been optioned, and yeah, the whole shebang.
Yeah, Hulk smash. Look
About
at that. It's
time.
awesome.
Yeah, she even does the grah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so awesome.
Doom. Yeah, the issue is pretty dull overall. She releases the zombies on them. Basically, Punchline is just trying to get investors for her Exo Punch energy drink because the more people that drink it, the more people that will be under her control. That's
Smart.
the book. I mean, that's it. So, but they make Dumb Bunny. Yay! I'm Dumb Bunny. You guys did it. Nailed it.
Yes.
Woo!
We're here.
So this is we're here. I'm so thankful that we only have one more issue of this trash. So
Sad.
I genuinely thought that this was going to be like offensively bad. I feel like it's more funny bad. I don't know. Are you guys? I mean, I don't know. Did you read it this week? Did you feel like this is more of a funny bad, offensive bad?
No, I'm not offended by anything in this book or this series. It's
No.
not serious. It's not serious enough. It's not taking itself seriously to be offended by it. It's just stupid. You can just laugh at it because it's stupid.
Yeah. I guess the only offensive part, I think in the first issue, I said it's offensive to my intelligence. Like it's insulting to my intelligence. But
fair. But I'm not going into this to be blown away by any high science.
You don't think this is going to be like an Alan Moore?
Not yet.
Oh.
We need to see Dumb Bunny and what them are capable of doing. The true identity of what does it mean to be dumb? What does that mean? What does dumb mean?
What is her love language? What is she trying to articulate when she means dumb bunny?
Right.
Hmm.
Oh, what does that mean? It's very deep. Let's want to explore it.
Jim Lee better be getting a motorboat from Leah Williams for this. That's all I can say for the only reason this series exists. Well, he's just probably doodling somewhere and they go, so Jim, we're going to have this new character, Dumb Bunny. And he's just like, yeah, okay.
Sounds pretty dumb.
Sketching.
That's the point. You get it. See, Jim.
You get it, Jim. Yeah. Dumb Bunny is part of the inferior 5, but she was a hot chick with rabbit ears. She was a dumb blonde bombshell. There you go.
Yep.
What if Dumb Bunny was Kyle? I don't know.
What? Oh, you don't need to ask what if. It is true.
These are the fans that she's going for, I guess. I like Dumb Bunny. Yeah, I love this. 5 stars.
That's fake. That's a fake
no.
review. Like, come on.
How do you have to like something? I don't want to be insensitive to people who may have, something wrong.
They're retarded.
Mentally. Yeah.
Okay.
But like you kind of do have to be that to write this and then give this a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Favorite issue so far, 4 stars out of 5. Come on.
What does that even mean?
So far. It
It's
could
so hard.
the fourth issue could be a 5 stars. Who knows?
Could be. We hope.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just atrocious. But I don't even have to play the skip it stinger
No
because
way.
we know. Yeah. I like comic book. It make me yay. Dumb bunny, yay. That was the review. That's literally what the
Yes.
review was. So
Yep.
all right, let's get to something a little bit more intriguing with a female character that actually has some interest and depth to her. Conan the Barbarian, issue number 13. Or is this 14? 14, excuse me,
14, eh?
14. Yeah. Um, Drew, what did you think about this one?
Oh, I enjoyed this one thoroughly. It's the Frost Giant's daughter. I love it,
Yeah.
and it pretty much it's from her point of view, pretty much through the whole book, and it's her and her point of view was in thoughts and beliefs on man, and how just a lot of them really man itself really isn't worthy of her, and until she sees Conan.
Ooh, black
And
hair.
then her ways
Oh.
change, and he has that magic, and she's like, oh, something different about him. Yeah, I love it. You just see Conan just kicking ass the whole issue, and
Yeah.
and just her falling in love with Conan, pretty much.
Can I also say Braithwaite is particularly on point in this issue? Like,
Yes, he is.
he freaking crushes it. I normally have like a longing where I'm like, oh, it's not De La Torre, right? And I'm kind of
Mhm.
like longing for him to come back.
Mhm.
This one, I mean, I think Braithwaite did a great job of
Oh,
staying in
Oh,
the like Conan setting. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Max, sorry, I forgot to tell you. So Friday, when I was setting up the booth, I was sitting down relaxing. There's this middle-aged guy comes up to the booth. He's looking around,
Oh,
and he's just looking at me. And he points at me. He's like, "You're Drew, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And
wow.
he's like, "Hey, I'm Jim's up." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And we just talked for like literally an hour and a half. And I asked him specifically, talking about art, Roberto Del Toro. I'm like asking, so what is your process with him? Do you do full scripts? Do you let him have fun with it? How's it go? He said it's Marvel method, pretty much. He just
Wow.
he gives Roberto just a rough layout, like just a rough idea, like what he sees on the page or whatever. He just lets him go.
Dude, that's incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
that's super rad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a part of me that's like, that totally makes sense because I mean, for Jim to be writing Conan, Savage sort of Conan, and then all of these other titles that are going to be coming out, and
Mhm.
even like Marvel and DC stuff, like he's got a lot of writing on his plate. So he may have to do that with Rob. And plus they've been working for over a year now. So they
Mhm.
may have that connection to where they just make sense. So
Yeah. Let the Bronco buck. Yep.
Mm.
Tom McFarlane would say, let the Bronco buck.
Bronco Buck. But yeah, man, this artwork, especially when we get to the battle,
Oh man, it is fucking awesome.
it's just
Slicing
balls to the
dudes,
wall. Yeah.
swords through faces. Like, oh man,
I thought this was actually cool, surprisingly cool too, because Frost Giant's daughter is kind of, yeah, like you said, the whole time she's kind of condemning the men for being these savages, but she's talking about their plight on the world is that they fight each other, but they also fight the nature of the gods. And so she's like kind of speaking out loud, but she's like, my father gives them a challenge to test their might, right? To test their skill and their bravery. Will they endure the storm until their next battle? And she watches Conan and she's like, he's the one at the head of the pack leading them. right? So just little stuff like this where Jim Zub his writing is just perfect. So
Yeah, and she brings up earlier, like, is it courage or is it ignorance that keeps these men
yep.
moving forward? It's like just these little
Yeah.
subtle things. It's like, that's good. I like that. All right.
No, it's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is cool too. Does your soaring spirit feed their fire? Like is the fact that he continues to push forward leading the rest of the men? Like, do they look to Conan for leadership because he's the one persevering through the storm? But pretty cool. But then the red hairs.
Oh.
Ooh.
Don't like
Oh
ginger.
my god.
Yes.
Yeah. This is like, whew, imagine this painting on your wall, boy. Like Conan is like mid-air, like freaking chopping dudes' heads in half, and just, I mean, such a great shot. You got like a berserker flying above the pack.
Well, they
So
just
cool.
marched all night, put out these fires, put out this it's like go through this giant storm to get here, and then it's like not a hesitation. It's like, and we are fucking kicking ass.
They get right into it.
Yeah.
Don't even like settle down, make
Nothing.
camp. Nope. They just, oh, look who's here. But yeah, like this is a red band edition. Talk about red band. Look at that. Just guts all across the panel. Another dude's head being cut off. This one, just massacre.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, this is where Braithwaite is like he just shines here. Through the sternum, limbs gone, head's gone. Yeah, I mean, this is just stunning. The Conan just takes this dude's head off. Imagine the force you have to hit with someone to make your head fly off your body. Pretty insane.
Pretty awesome.
It's a cool shot too, yeah. He's just like furious. Ooh. I will make him mine.
Yes, you will.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sold. All right, I guess I am.
You know what? I guess I have, if I have to,
I'll take this one, guys. All right, I'll fall on this grenade for everybody.
I understand she's not the best looking, all right?
I know
but
you're all terrified. I'll take care of this, you guys.
I'll do this one for you guys, all right? For you.
Yep.
Please, no thanks for me. I'm a martyr. Just let me
my cross to bear.
My cross to bear. Oh man. But no, I mean, truly an excellent issue. Like this and issue 13 have been excellent. Which is so refreshing because if you guys remember that Death Dealer series, like the first 4 issues were fantastic, and then we got like the filler issues, and then went back to being like okay, and then it just kept getting worse. So it's like, oh god, like, but Conan continues to just pull through every single week, even with a different artist. So
100%. This is how you do it. If you want to bring in an artist to fill in for an issue or two, this is how you do it.
Hell yeah. And the like I like that it doesn't feel like filler. You know what I mean? Because you can, like, World's Finest, that issue this week was total filler. Just no stakes, nonsense, nothing happens, just inconsequential. Doesn't even need to exist. But this, I genuinely am like, if this were collected in a trade, like I would request, I would say, hey, go read this,
100%. I agree.
Did either one of you guys read World's Finest this week?
Nope.
No.
I had to read that by myself.
No,
that's fair. I debated not reading it as well. I was
Mark
like,
Wade. I honestly,
yeah. And Dan Mora wasn't on the interior art.
Oh God. Then double no.
Yeah. Nah, he wasn't even close.
They're not in the Batmite universe anymore.
Thankfully not.
Oh.
But it's even worse because they're in Themyscira. So
God.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
They go visit Wonder Woman, and she's like, I need your help. And the two of them, I think it's Superman and Batman, and maybe Robin. Yeah, Robin's over there as well. And they go fight these infiltrators that have found their way on the Themyscira. It's a nothing burger, and the art is just super bland. So
it's
it's a shame. But at least Conan was a total recommend this week. So
100%.
Speaking of Wonder Woman, I know. We at least have to mention it.
That it exists. Yes, there's a book called Wonder Woman. It does exist.
It exists. It is written by Tom King, and yes, it is bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, which by the way, well, I mean, Conan has 100. That's a given. That tracks. But Wonder Woman, has a 67.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa, it's slipping.
The Wonder Boy is not getting his stands out here to say how great he is anymore, eh?
No, he's not being sucked off anymore. They're starting
Where's
to
Poppin'
falter.
Polly? He's got to be out here saying how good he is.
I know. And look at this. The last issue was a 68.
Oh.
What's happening? Oh, guys.
Downward
Tom
trend?
King's probably like, guys, we need to start paying these shills.
Uh-oh.
And then, of course, this issue was the one that they had the invisible jet. And everyone
That
was
was
like,
the funniest
oh my God, it's so
of all time.
Because, I mean, he's a comedian. So
he is the best comedian.
94. Yeah. But yeah, no, these past two issues have been 68 and 67. Oof.
It's trending down.
Trending down. I mean, it's about time. It should have happened at the first issue, but
correct.
We're now on issue 12. Oh my God. We've read 12 issues of this run.
How much more does he have? Is there a definitive end to this?
He wants to, in an article, I think he said he wanted to write 100. He wanted to do the Batman thing where he wrote like 100 Batman issues, and now he wants to do that with Wonder Woman.
No, they're not giving him 100 issues.
Have you seen his fans? They'll have him do anything.
A few of them now. There's less and less.
I don't know. So can you guys describe this issue? What happened?
There's a lot of yelling in this issue.
Yeah, a lot of yelling, a lot of vulgar language that's covered up. Just mainly a lot of torturing, a lot of torture in this, which was very, very odd.
Yeah. Do you? At what page did you begin to realize that this was going to be a parable of love wins all? Because that's her whole thing. Her whole catchphrase is like, no, thank you, and love wins and all this.
Yeah, and that's right after she smashes the table and almost kills him at the diner. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He writes her completely out of character. Like,
correct.
She is awful. Because she's proselytizing and she's trying to preach to Robin and to the audience. Love always wins. If we're going to interrogate Captain Boomerang, we need to find his sensibilities. We need to understand who he is and show him love. And then he's like, you daft, see you next Tuesday. Go F yourself, right? And he's just constantly screaming C-word, 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 and bitch and whatever.
And she smashes his face into a table and says, I don't like that word, but love wins.
But love wins, guys.
Like he's
It
dead.
makes me
He's
angry.
dead right there.
Well,
He's
if it's
dead.
Wonder Woman, he's dead. Yeah, his neck
Yeah.
is broken.
Yeah.
Or his his face is.
Yep.
Like you would have to have reconstructive surgery on your face.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It makes me angry. And then Robin is like, so you've been trying to kind of lecture me and tell me that love wins, and she's like, shut up, twerp. Love wins.
Yeah, it does.
And he keeps trying to show her that it's not about love, it's about fear.
Yeah.
Fear wins. And I kid you guys not, this is the issue. That's it. They go back and forth and they try and test each other, and they see who will win, love or fear.
Mm.
Who do you get? Oh, this was pathetic. Mommy. You should remember, young one, I too am the child of a god. Oh, step on me, mommy. God, this is Tom King's fetish right here. I would be interested to see what Josh thinks about this, because I know Josh is a big I don't know. Is this Tim Drake or is this Damian Wayne?
It's Damien.
It is Damian. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
I wonder
crying.
what
You
he'd
can tell
have
it's
to say about
Damien.
this.
Look, that Damien cries.
Oh yeah, Damian's a little
He's a
wimp.
pussy. He's a crybaby. Yeah.
So yeah, do we want to give the punchline, the what do you call it? The spoiler alert at the very last page when they're in the
Sure.
sewers, because neither one of them can win. Love doesn't
hurts.
win, and fear doesn't. Sometimes love hurts. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's true.
Mm.
Which is just such BS from Wonder Woman. Sometimes love hurts. Basically, the big reveal is that neither one of them can win. Fear doesn't win. Love doesn't win. And so finally they just give up and they're like, well, I guess I don't know what to do. And as they're contemplating what to do next, because they haven't been able to figure it out, Captain Boomerang gives them the location of Waller's secret hideout base, secret, top secret, whatever, because he's an idiot. And so Wonder Woman says there is a power greater than both fear and love, the stupidity of an overconfident Flash rogue.
We're heroes. We saved the day.
We did it. Good job, guys.
We tortured this guy and we got nothing out of him.
we tortured him for an entire issue, and
Yeah.
he kept calling us cunts, and we just all right. Okay.
Okay.
But love wins. Love wins, guys.
Looks like an anti-Gitmo thing where we were black bagging people and like waterboarding them.
Oh God.
Because that's what he did in the CIA apparently, because he was such a badass.
Oh yeah, he was an operator. in
Yeah,
CIA.
see, interrogations, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, that was Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Good fun issue.
Was that? I mean, what's interesting though is it's not even one of the worst issues he's had. It's just pathetic.
Mm-hmm. Filler, nothing, dumb.
Yeah, it's
what
filler.
Point were you trying to say? Like, I don't get.
Yeah. Would you say that this issue is worse than the one where they went to the mall hunting for Batman's gift?
I
don't know.
I have to go back to that one. It's bad.
Yeah, that one's pretty
horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, before we go to our next book, huge shout out to our man Jamin D for 20 loonies. He says it's been a minute, but great to be back here. Hope you all are doing great. Jamin, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the 20 loonies. I greatly, kindly appreciate this, especially after reading Wonder Woman. It makes me feel like, oh, you know what? This is why we do it. It's for you guys. It's for you guys.
There's a small pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, look at that. So, but no, truly, man, it's great to see you. Yeah, it's been a while, but welcome back, and hope you're enjoying. And for you, my friend, we will. Let's see here. What's a good one? I'll give. Since we watched the Lord of the Rings, trailer earlier, I have to get a palate cleanser.
I bid you stand! Men of the West!
Much better.
I want a woman to do that.
Much better. Women of the West,
Stand with me.
stand with me
Wait,
for
wait.
instead of Frodo, it's her for women's rights, for
Yay!
abortion.
And they immediately get lost because they don't know where they're going. Oh no, directions.
Ask this orc over here to the right. Ask him.
Ask for directions.
Oh man. Well, thank you, Jamin. Truly, brother. I appreciate it. Makes it all worth it. So we hopefully are giving you guys some fun entertainment, but also actual legitimate criticism of these books so that y'all know what not to buy and what to buy. So there you go.
Word.
Let's see. What else did we read? Anything else that you guys here? I'll pull up the League of Comic Geeks page. Anything else you want to talk about before we take off for the evening?
Um,
We'll go to the top here. So we
didn't read
talked about
anything,
Wonder
no.
Wonder Woman, World's Finest, Ultimate Spidey. We talked about Wolvie,
yeah, Destro was good.
Phoenix. Oh yeah, I didn't even read Destro.
Me either.
You liked it though, Drew?
Yeah,
Wow. All right. Well, I mean, comparatively to all the other like Skybound / Energon universe books, it's still kind of weak. But
Redcoat was good as well.
I wasn't a fan.
Dang, I'm so far behind. I read issue 2. I still need to read like the last 3 issues. Damn. Okay.
Not really.
No, you don't think I'm missing anything?
No.
Dang. Drew, you would disagree though, eh?
Yeah, it's been fun, and they're getting more into some American folklore. It's someone who's brought up earlier in a couple issues prior. Something that he had comes up in this issue. It's pretty funny. I like the twist that they're bringing up at the end. Yeah, I'm enjoying this series. I really am. This is turning into one of my favorites. Slowly but surely.
Wow. Is it the best from Ghost Machine?
It's close between that and Rook Exodus.
All right. And Junkyard Joe, of course.
That's the best.
Of course. Yeah.
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 Real quick, I'll say, I think just to kind of finish up our thoughts that we could kind of spoke on much earlier on in the stream. Get Fury, we are now on issue 4, and I'm really struggling with this one, man. Drew, did you want to talk about this one as well? Because I know I think you read this and we're just saying that it's really kind of taking the winds out of your sails.
Yeah, it's really taking the winds out of my sails. And there's outside of one scene in the first issue of someone losing half their face, this really doesn't deserve the Max line. And I honestly believe this would be much better as a novel, because if you read this, it is a shit ton of exposition, a metric shit ton of exposition that goes on in this. And it's like, okay, clearly Garth is not that interested in doing any of the action in this. He's more or less interested in setting up things and just giving a ton of backstory. He's giving a ton of backstory and set
Mhm.
up just the CIA and the Viet Cong and the drugs. It's like, okay, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing new here, but okay, you can do an interesting Punisher novel here, I believe, if you wanted to, which is, it feels like that he wanted to do, but there's nothing here that really justifies it being a comic book.
And there's a part of me that's like, okay, if this, because how many? I thought there were only like 5 issues. I thought
Yeah.
this was going to end in the 5th one, right?
Yep, correct.
So, oh, man, so he's got a lot to like. If he really wants to bring all of this together, because he's given us so much dialogue and backstory and kind of like setting up of the punchline of the payoff. I'm really hoping that he nails it in this fifth issue, and like all of this has been set up to say, here's the final one. Oh, I guess it's 6 issues. Thank you, Jack.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So here's 6. Yep. Like, yeah, like this, if they have to shoot their way out of the Hanoi Hotel or whatever it's called, this would be a lot of fun, but he's got a lot of setting up to do. Like, I don't care about these 2 characters. I don't know.
Mm.
I think I was just looking for something a little bit different. I was hoping these 2 were going to team up and try and get the hell out of Vietnam or something. I don't know, but
yeah, I was hoping, for more, action. Because
yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
I mean, the only action you get in this book is when I think Punisher pulls someone into a car, and that's about it.
He does. Jack brings up a good point. He does smash the sleeping guard in the face with the butt of his rifle. That was pretty cool.
One
know,
panel. One panel.
Yeah. Hey, it's something.
That's Punisher. Not Boomhauer Punisher, but
Oh my god. Oh, we will talk about that in just a second because I God. So yeah, Get Fury. Like I said, it's really slow, and I'm really having to like keep pushing Max, keep push. It's gonna be worth it, right? But we're on issue 4 now, and I'm just like, oh, come on. So, GI Joe I thought was excellent, really action packed and super fun, and really creative. Like each panel design and panel layout and how how the action was laid out throughout the entire book, I thought was brilliant. And I thought they did a really great job of telling that story. So I enjoyed it a lot. Lots of tactics, lots of strategy. So this was cool. I don't know if you guys got a chance to read GI Ho.
Yeah, I did. It's fun. It's a very
Yeah.
action packed. Yeah, and I'm very curious to see what happens with the Lady Snake Eyes. See what she ends up doing. It looks like she's
Oh,
going down a
that's
dark
right.
path.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right, with the cop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Moneyham's gonna be back? Say it ain't so.
Oh.
Wow.
We
might
looked
have
well. We looked pretty far out. It doesn't look like he's going to be on for a while.
You pulling my dick, bro? MG.
Mm.
You what's going on here? 310 or 311? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
So
You
he's
sure
doing
about
2.
that?
So he's only doing 2 issues.
310 and 311. Here's 310.
No, there's Paul.
No, Nathan Fairbairn, Andy Kubert. Maybe let's check 311. Oh,
There it
Oh,
is.
there
he is.
Back.
Okay.
Finally.
All right. We'll see if this is the issue to hop back in on. Get some of that sweet Mooneyham art.
Oh.
The one that I wanted to talk about that is just absolute ass. Ass is an asinine. I cannot believe that
You read this?
94.
Woo.
This is garbage, pathetic excuse for a character Punisher versus garbage, pathetic excuse for a character female Daredevil. It's like watching the third string wrestling, match opponents try and wrestle each other. It was embarrassingly bad.
Hell yeah. I love it.
This is a joke. Excellent
Wow.
comic, perfectly paced. Straightforward, beautiful art. Oh my God.
Wow.
Wait, so you guys didn't read this?
Fuck no.
Wow.
I spend my time
Well.
reading good things.
That's fair.
Issue
That's why I
one
get
was-
paid the big bucks.
Issue 1 was so bad.
Oh, so bad. It was so antithetical to actual like Matt Murdock Daredevil. Because even in that first issue, she was like, I'm better than Matt in every way possible.
Yeah, with
It's like,
terrible
oh, are
train
you?
fight. It was so
Oh,
awful.
dumb train fight. But yeah, how does Punisher know that she's there? Why is he there to fight her? I think his motivation says that because she's killing people. And
But
I was
he
like,
didn't
"Dude,
care.
you do that.
But
Like,
he never
yeah,
cared
what
about that.
you didn't care? That's not your motivation? Like, even from his 4-issue miniseries, we didn't even really get his motivation.
No.
We don't even know what his like end goal or end game is.
There isn't an end game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just we know that his family got exploded in a house, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This I found hilarious. So he raises the rifle to his eye
Yep.
to be able to, sight in on Daredevil Elektra. I'm not going to call her Daredevil, Elektra. As the doors are closing, he's got her in his sights and he shoots her. Oh, the door's closed right away. Like, those must be some fast doors, my dude.
That's almost a harder shot to shoot the doors when they're closing than to shoot her.
Then to shoot her in the face right here.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
what's so funny is like it makes sense because he's a bad Punisher.
Yeah.
Right. It tracks. Like that he's really terrible at his job.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Which
funny.
is so I was laughing this whole book because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he missed that. And then I was like, oh wait, no, that totally makes sense because he's the shit Punisher that no one likes or wants. And he's completely completely ignorant and inefficient.
Because
He's
they both
terrible
are.
at his job.
That's what's great about this. They both are terrible at their jobs.
that's what's almost brilliant about it because I'm like, she's terrible, and he's terrible. So it's both these like C team third
Cosplayers
string
going around.
cosplayers trying to fight, and they're both bad at their jobs. So he like tries to shoot her, and he's like, "Is this thing Kevlar?" And she punches him. This art is so
Wait, she's on her
boring, by the
back,
way.
and yet,
No, on her knees.
yeah, she is.
Yeah,
And then,
as she should be.
okay, because I'm like, how did you
And
get up to punch him?
she's that quick.
Uh,
Yeah.
And that,
And then
he completely
tries to
whiffed.
punch her, just whiffs.
Like he's such a moron.
And then she punches him. And then he's like, ha, didn't do anything to me. Gotcha. And then he takes out another gun, blam. And she blocks it with her side.
And she has a projectile.
Ting. And then pew. It's like, it's so pathetic. She's like, give me that.
This actually
And
happened.
then-
Oh my God.
Yeah.
These are
Don't worry.
cosplayers outside of a Comic Con.
Yes, yeah. And they're just like,
Choreographing a
bing,
fight.
pow.
Oh my
And he's like,
God.
don't worry, I come prepared. Because that's how his voice would sound.
Oh,
And he's got a knife. Oh, good job, Punisher. You have a
Ooh.
knife. Woo.
yeah.
You're a killer. You get what you deserve. I don't kill anymore.
but I did.
it is two cosplayer kids like, oh,
I just want the perspective of just some random people just standing there watching these two morons
like
fight.
super zoomed out.
Yeah.
Like just see the two of them like from far away. And you get some like bystanders like, what's going on over there?
One of those two pieces of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's lame
God.
assholes
Yep.
fighting each other on the right by the subway train tracks or whatever.
God.
And then he lets her hit him 9 different times. Beep boop bop, beep
Oh,
boop bop,
no.
beep boop bop. Crack.
This is the laziest, stupidest fight I've ever seen in my life. And I've choreographed a lot of fights in my comic books. This is fucking lazy and stupid.
It's bad.
Tap.
Tap, crack, chop, slam, thump, tap.
Look, all I'm gonna
That's
say is
supposed
I
to
may
do
or may not have a
something?
I may or may not have a comic coming out later this year that hopefully we'll be announcing soon. It's got a fight scene in it that's going to trump any of the shit from this issue or this series. This is embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Drew. I can't. I reject that notion because this is fantastic. This is peak Marvel right here. Just peak comic books.
Oh my God. Wait
I'm
for it.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. Paf, ting. What the?
Do his pants fall down?
Oh,
Oh, damn it. I was hoping his pants would just fall
That-
down.
the pants, yeah. You pathetic piece of crap. The pants is he's got like boxers with like I Heart Mom on 'em.
Exactly. Yep.
What didn't you love me, Mom?
Yeah. God, pathetic. And then look at this panel. This art is so terrible. Stop right there. No, wait, stop. No, stop right there, please.
Stop right there.
No, please stop. He's shorter than her. Look at this.
Oh no.
How many guns does he have in that coat? Know who I am? And then this fat piece of whatever.
Hey, that's me.
God,
Take it
it's
easy.
just no. You're
Watch
in
it.
you're in better shape than this guy.
No. That guy is peak physical form.
Peak male physical performance.
Yeah.
Specimen.
Yeah.
So she's like, "No, please don't shoot."
Mm.
And he shoots her. She blocks one, but
Oh
then
my
the other
God.
one gets through, and he's like, "Oh!" She knocks him out,
He finally shut up.
and then he gets shot in the throat, and then he dies, and then Punisher runs away. She's like, "Once I'm sure Alice is safe, I'm going to kill this new Punisher." So I know we already reviewed Wonder Woman and Gotham City Sirens, but this is my worst of the week this week, surprisingly.
I would agree. That's perfectly
Really? Oh,
legitimate.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfectly legitimate. I mean, this is I don't know what this is. And I don't know who I don't understand who would want to see these two characters, and then who would want to see these two characters fight enough to have fake stakes. I don't even understand who I'm supposed to be rooting for.
You're supposed to be rooting for her.
For Lady Devil? For She-Devil?
Yeah, for
Okay.
Elektra, for She-Devil. But that's just the thing, though, is like when Daredevil and Punisher actually fought, you were invested. Like you didn't know who to root for because you liked both characters. I hate both of these tools. They both suck. So it's just more funny to watch them fight because they're awful at their jobs. So
Yeah.
and they're not Punisher and they're not Daredevil. They're
not. You
cosplay
don't have a Roman
characters, yeah.
Catholic who is against killing, and you have Punisher who is willing to kill and you have that dichotomy. You have those two arguing about how far do you take it in order to seek vengeance, and these two will kill anybody and everybody. So it's like we kind of agree. We just kill people. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, oh, okay.
Damn. So what
There's
do we
no
do now?
real there's no real weight or like intrigue or there's nothing that makes you think. The fights don't mean anything because these people don't have a past or like any sort of history between them. It's just, oh, you showed up at place. Now we fight because comic told us to.
Yep. You're in the way of my mission. I must fight you now.
Yeah.
I hate
There
you
go.
now. I'll fight you harder than you'll fight me.
Harder. Flaccid says, "Don't you guys know this is just a comic book? Why do you guys care so much? Stop caring." Cope harder, Flaccid.
Yep.
Cope and seethe. But yeah, no, this is a very telling. It's very telling when someone is a tourist in your hobby, they will tell you to stop caring about something. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't care so much. Just have
Yeah.
fun. It's a comic book. What do you care?
Yeah. Man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Why do you care? It's just like Acolyte. Now that the Acolyte's canceled and everyone's all butthurt, why do you guys care so much? It's just Star Wars. Like,
Yeah.
it's just wizards in space. Why do you guys care about the Acolyte so much?
Yeah, no one cared about Acolyte anyway, so what's
Yeah.
the big deal?
Yeah, isn't it? Oh yeah, Flaccid, you like Star Wars. Star Wars is just wizards in space, dude. Why do you like it so much? It's super lame.
That's a good point.
Remember when that stormtrooper hit his dumb head on the in the one of the movies in the 70s?
Yeah.
It's always been stupid. Why do you even care?
Can't even film it right.
Yeah. They're a bunch of dum-dums.
Clearly a blooper they left in the movie.
Yeah.
Stupid. Was there any electricity in this book? I don't remember a fight with electricity.
Yeah, no, that never happened. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't think so. Just checking.
They're just made fake Punisher lost cause. He's a man. Yeah. Guys, hundreds of people signed a petition to make Acolyte season 2. Hundreds.
That was just my name hundreds of times.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kyle did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Canon and consistent characters are cringe.
That's true.
Only Soy Boy. What's up?
Nothing I hate more than that.
Yeah. Only Soy Boy beta cucks care about canon and consistent characters, Don.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about does it. I tried to read.
So I tried to read Epitaph of the Abyss issue 2. That thing is fucking terrible.
You thought issue 1 was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Read issue 2.
What did you call me? Epitaph of the Abyss?
Yeah.
Why was this bad?
All of it. It's a horror, quote unquote, horror anthology. These are just really bad, beyond the pale, worse than on the nose, politics, stupidity,
no.
not even ironic twists at the end, any Tales from the Crypt, fun, gore, any of that. It's all devoid of anything original, fun, scary, exciting, creepy, haunting. Nothing. This is just absolute garbage. Every issue, every series, every stupid little fucking vignette story they have in here are bad.
So it's basically just one big book to lecture you. There's zero, it's all allegory. And,
yeah, but dumb. I don't even know. And a lot of what they're trying to say. The first story is some guy that is trying to rally people around him to do something, and then one of his goons lands on a nail in his head, and it turns him like retarded or something, and then he eventually kills the guy that's like trying to spark up some revolution. I don't know. They're just stories it's like, what the fuck are you trying to say here? Like, what is this? This isn't even ironic. I don't even know what this is.
This sounds kind of interesting. Did anybody see that book by Danzig and Bisley? What? Came out this week, Jack?
Yeah, I think I saw a copy, but look, Glenn Danzig, he's a fun songwriter, but when it comes to movies and comics, yeah.
But it's the biz, man. It's the biz.
Yeah.
I mean, Danzig's films are atrocious. They're hilarious, but they're atrocious.
Yes, they are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if it's the biz, I'll read anything with the biz on there. Jack, yeah. Let me, if you can try and remember the title or see what it was, I'll look it up and we'll pull it up. But so yeah, this is issue 2 for Epitaphs from the Abyss. Are you gonna get to issue 3, you think? Or no? Are you done?
I generally give it 3. I don't know. I don't know what I just read this on a whim because I'm like, I'm sure it's gonna be dog shit. And it is. The art in every issue and all of the different stories is terrible. Art's not even good. And so I just, it's not fun. It's not creepy. It's not anything that I'm even semi thought provoking at all here. I feel like it's just a waste of everybody's time.
Are the okay? Because I was going to say, wait, Matt Kint, Klaus Janson, like these are fairly big name creators on some of these stories.
I know,
but I also look at these ones and it's like, oh, I've never heard of these people.
Yeah.
Jason Aaron.
Oh, that's so stupid. It's a kid it gets in an accident because he was on his cell phone, and somebody that survives ends up being like, oh, I'm going to start taking little pieces of your body away one at a time because you were on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive, kids. It's bad.
Get it? It's bad.
Yeah,
bad.
Don't be on your phone.
So you and Drew would give this a skip it then?
Yes.
100%.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like it's called Hell Mask.
Oh.
And it came out this week. Let's check. Hell Mask.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell Mask? Maybe two words? Hell Mask? Hellboy.
Last week is what he said.
Mask.
I'm calling bullshit. You're making it up.
Wow. It's not real. Fake news.
Fake news.
If you guys are choking while trying to consume this content, you'll need to get better at relaxing your throat and swallow. Oh no. Oof. Danzig is cringe. Bad taste biz or no biz. Interesting. All right, let's check last week. Hell Mask. Robin Lives. Helverine.
That's close.
We're getting close.
We're in hell. We're hellbound.
We are in hell when we have to review these books. We are in hell, indeed.
Yep. This thing's got to be at the very fucking bottom, right? Like
I was about to say it's going to be down here because even I didn't.
People got it.
Yeah. PP. PP Poo Poo Comics. That's funny. Got him.
I like it. It's funny.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's for sure down here. I would assume.
Has to be down here. Where's all the weird?
Because these are all just like
hentai porn. Here we go. Now we're
now we're
got to be here with this crap.
Oh yeah, if it's Verotic, it may not even be on here. If that's the case, like it might be that
That good.
Obscure.
Jesus.
Hello Darkness. Why don't they have? They should have these in. Well, actually, that's a good. Because I was going to say they should have these in alphabetical order, but then that would mean that we wouldn't get to see which ones are being pulled the most, essentially.
Correct.
So, Heart Piercer. Did you guys ever get a chance to read Elric?
The fuck is that?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
You don't know good comics.
Clearly, that's one of the best.
Yeah, you read the EC Comics garbage.
Well, unless Rock and Robbie recommends it, I don't read it. So
That's true. Yeah, yeah. No, it's for sure. At least it doesn't look like it's on here. Bummer. All right. Anything else we wanted to go over for this week?
I tried to read Witchblade #2. Very
Ooh,
weird.
this was one large allegory for My Body, My Choice.
Oh, 100%.
Is this my
She
body?
loves to fuck.
Oh my god. She was like, I feel and I am emotional and I smell and I taste, but more than anything, I'm so horny.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, whoa. But- okay.
it's like, so the whole before that takes place. You're talking about how I fucking hate men who fucking stare at me and
Oh
look at
yeah.
me, tell me where to fucking stick constantly. Since I was born,
Yep.
all men want to have done is just fuck me since I was 2 years old. It's like, what the hell? Like, what is wrong with you?
But
And
then
then I'm so fucking horny. I'm just going to
Yeah.
use this piece of
Yeah.
shit man and fuck him and then leave, get food and hang out on the couch. It's like, what?
Oh, but don't forget, Kyle. Give me a smile. Give me a smile, baby.
I
Come
used to do that
on.
all the time
Just
in
give
the
me a
jail.
smile. You used to talk to the girls that way.
Yep.
Hey, baby. Give me
Ladies,
what's up,
give me a
ladies?
smile. Who wants out of here?
You want to go see your man, right? Just give me
Yeah,
a smile, sweet cheeks.
that's it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. This is such a once again, just like the girl boss trope, the trope of the white male saying, "Just give me a smile," is like I have not heard a man say that ever.
No.
Like ever. I'm 31 years in my 31 years of life. I have never heard a man unironically just been like, "Give me a smile, sweet cheeks."
Yep.
It's only in movies and TV. But
And
I don't
these
know.
women's fake perception of how their lives actually are. These
Correct.
ugly women in real life who think that men are constantly trying to hit on them. It's like
Yeah.
you realize that that's not real. That's not you. That'll never be
And
you.
yeah. What if you really do have like a because like I've been told this like I've been at events where I've been like where I don't want to be there and I'm like, man, this sucks. I'm not having a good time. And I've had people come up and be like, hey, you might want to smile a little bit, you know, you want to be presentable to these
Right.
people, right? I've had people tell me that. So, oh, am I being emasculated or am I being misandrous? Is that the opposite of misogyny? I don't know.
I have no fucking
Either
clue.
way, it's stupid, this whole, you know, small thing. But this is where it begins. I think about all the early, miserable, wretched chapters of my life. Girls learn early, you are a thing. Strangers pinch your cheeks, fondle your pigtails. Men shout things out at cars before you even turn 10. Men follow you through the aisles of bookstores before you're 13. Your body is public property. He said, she said, you own nothing. You are nothing. Is this body mine?
Oh.
Oh.
Do I have a choice with my body?
But what's really funny is that this happens all the time where the first book of a series like this will be pretty straightforward, like action, maybe a little bit of adventure, pretty straightforward writing. It's the second issue that they hit you with this shit, you know?
Yep.
It was the same thing with the first Punisher series, or no, the Punisher series by Jason Aaron.
Mm.
The first issue was fine for the most part. It was just fine. But then it was that second issue that just really was like, oh no, no, no. This is what they when they made Frank a psychopathic as a kid.
Yep.
And yeah.
Oh, jeez.
If I weren't so stinking horny.
Yeah.
Look at all these phallic figures behind
the
her.
touching, the rubbing, the pressing.
But yeah, so this second issue, Marguerite Bennett or whatever her name is, just completely went full bore. Let's make this girl a slut. And
Oh, no. So she comes so hard
oh yeah,
and vigorously
that he
that it scared
leaves.
this man that he had to leave.
Why would he say show off? Like, you came so hard that you
Because he
showed
says it
off
in
in
the
front
page
of me?
above this. If you go up, there's that stupid dial. Like she says it right there.
And when it comes to raw animal desire, I have an orgasm so big it totally ruins the experience for whoever I'm with. I'm sorry, but that
Because
would
I'm just
not
so
happen
good at sex and everything.
because I came so hard. Oh, big comes only
Oh
for
my
Witchblade, I
God.
guess. Why would it make the guy? I don't know. I don't know what she's trying to say here, but
Some weirdo fucking women fantasy that she doesn't have, and she clearly
yeah.
doesn't have a life worth living in real life. So, oh yeah, she's so good at sex and everything she does. Oh
Oh my god.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gross. Show off. Maybe this guy's gay. I don't
Props.
know. Or he's just super based. He's like, you are a slut.
Well, he's got the cum gutters going on his, so he's definitely gay.
Ooh, is that what they're called?
Oh yeah,
I've heard them called penis lines before, but
that too.
This is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, change your mind? Because she thinks he's coming back. Coming back?
Yeah, he's definitely coming again.
Well, I don't think he did, but she did, so.
Oh, you could tell.
And then he's just like, oh, I'm out. So,
I know. It's like, I'm out of here.
well, I guess my work here is done.
Yeah.
What a terrible book.
Yes. Horrible book.
Yeah, it was a bad one. 95. Yeah. No. You know what's interesting is she does not look like this now.
I don't know what
I'm
she
pretty
looks like
sure
now.
Drew sent me a picture,
Ooh,
and
yes.
I think you said she looked like what was it?
The Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes. Oh my lord. Yeah. This is a cool cover. I like this cover. Well, actually, both covers are actually pretty nice. I like them both. But man, the interiors to this are just garbage.
What else
Get
did I read?
Fury.
Didn't read that.
Venom. Oh, I read this one. Did you guys read this?
No, it's not good. Come on, it can't be.
No, that is garbage. I read this was boring as shit.
It was not good. And this does not happen.
Nope,
At
not
all.
at all.
What's with
Not
that
even
predator
close.
mask? That's so weird.
It's a proto-predator.
The fuck does that mean?
Because see, look, he's got a robotic leg here.
Is it vibranium?
So, well, the spear is vibranium.
Okay.
And what the aliens are trying to do is trying to
Predators.
steal the source of
Not the aliens,
sorry,
the
the predators.
Get it right.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Jack just says you guys are racist.
That tracks.
Yeah, that's true. That tracks. But yeah, no, the predators are trying to get vibranium because this predator, and Drew, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is the lesser of two brothers. So there are two brothers, two brother predators, and a king predator who's the father. and the king predator wants to kill the young brother because he's weak, he's feeble, and if you see here, he's got a little robotic leg. So he's missing a leg. He's a little defective predator. And so he thinks that he's the wimpy of the two, that he's the runt of the litter, right?
Correct.
So before this like king can kill runty, stupid predator, he's like, you have to prove your worth to me. And so the little predator is going to try and steal vibranium to then go back and kill his brother predator to show his father that he's worthy.
Yeah, and at the same time, they close off the city. They close off Wakanda in that dome, and may or may not kill Shuri in the process. So he can also fight Black Panther?
Yes. Yes, question mark.
Okay.
Why is this so complicated? Why can't you just have clearly a predator in the jungle hunting Black Panther who's in a jungle?
Too simple, Kyle. You wouldn't understand it.
Clearly, I wouldn't. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, remember, because they did Wolverine versus Predator.
That was good.
And that's all we wanted was just Wolverine fighting Predator. And they just never gave it. They tried to give it to us in different ways, but it just never.
One panel at the beginning and one at the end.
And one at the end, yeah. And then if you strung all those panels together over the course of like the 6 issues, then you'd have like maybe a decent book. But maybe. So yeah, this was Drew, was this a skip it for you or was this a meh?
It's a skip it.
I will say the interior art would make me give it a meh, but overall the story was a total skip it. So well, I think that should do it for tonight. I think that just about sums up every book that we've read. But top book for you guys this week. What was the best one that y'all read?
Conan.
Okay.
Or
Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Conan. What was? Let me pull this back up. I thought there was one that was really good that I liked. That I thought.
You didn't like Conan then? Oh, interesting.
No, I mean Conan is
You
far
did.
superior. It is the number
Oh,
one
you don't
book
like
this
it.
week.
Okay.
Jim Zub, I love you. No way. No, it's Conan is by far the number one. I was also going to mention Dark Knights of Steel because I really do think that that's a good book as well. So,
okay.
Or sorry, Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. I don't want to get it confused because Dark Knights of Steel is not good, but All Winter is good.
Yeah.
What's the worst this week?
That Daredevil Punisher. Yeah,
that Daredevil Punisher was pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
Gotham City Sirens was really just Dumb Bunny, and it's like this. Come on,
It's trying to be bad and it's succeeding. I think that Daredevil book, they were trying to do quote unquote action in this book, and failing horribly.
That's why it's so funny, or why it's just so pathetic, is because that they were trying to be cool.
Yep.
And they failed miserably.
Yep.
But Drew, did you have a worst? Wonder Woman, Ultimate Spidey.
I gotta say Wonder Woman. Just how utterly unreadable it was and unenjoyable.
No, that's fair. Because at first I was totally gonna it was gonna be like Wonder Woman, Gotham City Sirens, and then Ultimate Spider-Man. But no, I think Daredevil, at least for me, I think Daredevil Woman Woman Without Fear, I think is the name of it. It's such a clunky, awful title. But yeah, Daredevil Woman Without Fear, I think, and then Wonder Woman, and then Gotham City Sirens. So
that tracks.
I think that's a fair ranking.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will see all these once again once we get closer to the end of the year. But
Yeah.
until then, who knows what could come out within the next few months before. I mean, these might be small fry comparatively to what comes out in the next few months. Who knows? I don't know.
Don't say that.
Very
Don't
true.
you dare
Especially with
say
all the
that.
Venom stuff. Venom
Oh.
stuff could be horrendous.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've got the
No,
rest
no,
of
no.
summer and fall and winter with that event.
Oh,
Mm.
so many Venoms. Oh well.
Ugh, when's that movie come out? Is that this year?
Venom 3?
Yeah.
Actually that's a good question. I know Craven's supposed to come out this year, I think.
Thank God.
It's gonna save the cinema.
Yeah,
It's gonna save theaters.
it will.
Maxi Pad will make his great return
Mm-hmm.
to give a proper review. You know,
The
none
only
of this
way.
negativity. Yeah. No, can't have that.
Mm-mm.
But I think, like I said, that'll do it for us this evening. Chat, thank you guys for hanging out. And thank you for bearing with me the first 30 minutes of the stream while we were trying to put my internet together. Gosh, that was scary. I was like, if I have to log out and we have to end this thing and I read 20 books for nothing, oh,
I would have been very mad at you.
yeah. And you know what I just realized? We didn't
We're not
even
even
talk
streaming.
about.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? This whole time. No, we didn't even talk about prairie gods. We forgot about prairie gods.
Yeah,
So
we did.
next week.
Yep.
So, because we'll save it as a little surprise.
Ah.
Haha.
Mhm.
All right. Well, chat, once again, thank you guys for your super chats. Thank you for your support. We hope that you guys enjoyed this entertaining show that we had for you guys this evening. Drew, when is your next show? Where can people find you next?
I'll you mean show on YouTube or show at a convention.
Both. Yeah, we'll go with both.
You'll see me on Thinking Critical tomorrow with Wes. We'll be discussing the best of the week, and maybe on Sunday with Max's Man Cave. We'll see what happens if there is a Man Cave.
Okay.
And
Nice. Yeah,
after,
I'm thinking we'll bring Man Cave back.
cool. And after that, in person, the New York Comic Con in October, and that's going to be huge. Should be huge. I do know we're planning on making our big announcement, a big announcement, hopefully in September, sometime very, very soon. But yeah, be prepared. Big announcement.
Be prepared, as the Lion King would say,
Mhm.
or as Scar would say. Well, that's sweet, man. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I'm glad that you and Wes are still doing best and worst of the week. Because yeah, I think people need to see that video. Frank Horrigan says, before you guys go, got any reading recommendations on Ultron and
Annihilus.
Annihilus?
There was a big crossover event with Annihilus that happened with Marvel back in like the early 2000s. I forget what it was called, but it was really damn good. I wish I knew the name of it, but it was fantastic. It's like Annihilus invading our universe and pretty much the galactic heroes, like Nova, Silver Surfer, Drax, Guardians, trying to stop them. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, there's Annihilation.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
So, because I had to look, because I have the omnibus behind me. There's
Woo!
Annihilation, and then there's Annihilation game or something like. Because there was the regular Annihilation, but then there's a sequel to that after the events of Annihilation, or maybe just like the tie-ins.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out Annihilation, because that, God, like you said, if you want a galactic epic,
yeah.
Good night. Should I read anything before Annihilation? I don't know if there are any prerequisites for that.
No, but if you're curious about Annihilus, I would say check out the Fantastic Four and he had a couple appearances in there. And or check out the Ultimate Fantastic Four. They did a good job with the Negative Zone and Annihilus and that.
In terms of Ultron, I got nothing for you, brother. Unfortunately, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I don't. Yeah.
There's there's really hasn't been a great Ultron story. I mean, I will say Bendis had an opportunity with telling a great Ultron story with Age of Ultron. It starts off great. It has a fantastic beginning with Brian Hitch on the art and him writing this post-apocalyptic story. But after that, after they change out artists like in the third issue or whatever, it just loses steam, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I never, I don't know. I never had an affinity for Ultron to where I was like rushing out to get it. I mean, I liked the Age of Ultron film.
Oh, I do have one.
but-
I do have one. It's the Mighty Avengers by Bendis and Frank Cho.
yeah.
Ultron takes over Tony Stark. It's very interesting. I do encourage you to check that out. Yeah, Mighty Avengers, Bendis and Frank Cho.
I never thought I'd hear you recommend a Bendis book. Look
Well,
at that.
so this is circa 2007 Bendis. This is Bendis before he jumped the shark.
Ooh,
So he's still good. He still
right.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, good deal. Well, thank you for the question, Frank. Hopefully that helps out answer your question, brother. But and thank you guys again for hanging out this evening. Jack, we'll have to check out Hell Mask. I'm very intrigued by this notion that Bisley is not on his A game, because that would be unfortunate. I love me some Biz, but I would like to hopefully see him at his peak. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, chat. Thank you guys again for a great. Ryan has a copy. All right. I might have to sift through it. This is what I could find so far, but I don't know if this is what you're talking about. Danzig, Bisley, Yaki, Hellmask. I mean,
Sure.
it's not his best work, but it's interesting. Like,
all right. It's like
it kind of looks like he just was like, how much do you want for this? Can we can give you $50? Fuck it, all right.
All right.
I'll take it.
Oh, he's in hell. He's got a fucking mask on. All right. I'll put a little mask on him. Yep. All right.
Well, maybe the interiors will be a little bit different, but we'll
Maybe.
see. If it's Danzig, it can't miss.
Nope.
See ya, man. Have a great night. God bless. Take care. And you got to see the interiors. All right. That's it. That'll do it. All right, friends. Well, that will do it for us as well. Have a great evening. We'll see you guys on Sunday for Painting Stream and Max's Man Cave. And until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and always remember this name.